What, on my end? Okay, cool. I can max that out. There we go. Oh. No, that's why. You should be able to talk now.
Okay, let's give this test. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. That was that.
Okay, so hi, actually, guys. Welcome back again. We're resetting this a little bit to Tales of Marathon because apparently we were also muted on the other end. So I'm Gedrith. I'm going to be restreaming for the rest of this as well as doing commentary for the next run. But we have Tales of Vesperia, New Game Plus, which is the first time we've actually ever done this in the marathon. And this time we're not going to reset. Like I said, it didn't happen. This is you run. Ready to go whenever you're ready.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna let Halloween's quickly do an eye over to make sure I've not forgotten anything this time.
What do you mean? You what did you forget last time?
I didn't have skills turned on. That's why.
Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. Before I absolutely screw that up again. Right.
Train wreck. Like I said.
Okay. So, on go. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
Actual distant applause.
I'm really glad you're enjoying this.
Oh man. I was expecting to at least get like 5 minutes in before something like this happened. But no.
Okay, well, I can see the skills are actually... Oh, God. Hang on. That needs to be turned down. Okay, that's not on stream. That's fine. That's just through my ears. Oh, no, it will be on stream. Hang on. There was a massive audio sound, but hopefully that shouldn't happen again.
Yes, please.
I'm just like rapidly. When I've done my skills. When I've done my skills. When I've done my skills. I can't find it. Speedrun, right? There we go. Right, that's now that initial stuff's all done. I should be fine. But it's fine. You've seen me play enough that you know how. What was I going to say? You should be able to get it slightly faster if you watch it direct from my stream, because I think I've got mine set to low latency mode, if that helps. This entire run is just going to be commentating my mispresses. I do talk. I'm just, you know, attempting to concentrate on my life. Was that obvious? Should be fine. Looks up. Speak. Continuous talk? There we go, it's fine now.
Oh, I was gonna say just solo at this point, solo commentate. I'll just be here, making you laugh.
Just
Yeah, that's good. It's coming through.
Cool, okay, right. I won't touch the computer now. That should be fine. I shouldn't need to touch it again.
Oh no, it's fine. Twitch is also being a freaking mess right now, so.
I'm glad it's not just me that's
Yeah.
like just bumbling around. It's great.
For the first time in his life, he's not the only one making mistakes.
This is the entire run for me, isn't it?
You asked for this. You should have known what was coming when you asked me to be here.
It'll be fine, they said. At Halloween's, he'll make it funny, they said. Or I said.
So this is a boss, if you couldn't tell. I guess.
Pretty easy boss, all things considered.
He kind of just does stuff. I mean, in New Game, maybe there's a problem, but what's that? Who runs New Game? This is New Game Plus. We just use a move and win.
We basically just spend the whole game using Azure Edge, Azure Storm, Douse Blast, and Azure Heavens, and win.
We haven't got to Azure Heavens though. That's too advanced right now.
That's going to be a good time. I can't wait to just start continuously flicking the right stick until I get RSI.
Yeah, the people who are actually good at the game run New Game. For me and him, we just play New Game Plus.
New Game Plus and just plan loads and loads of horrendous races.
Yeah.
Right, you're going to talk about the actual technique I just used here to make this fight a tiny bit faster.
Yeah, I'd love to once I see it. So we'll probably use Link Slash. I don't remember. I didn't see him set the skills
Yeah,
because I wasn't paying attention.
I did use Link Slash.
So Link Slash, basically there's Link encounters where he also messed up there.
I also just had the unluckiest enemy placement in the world that just made that harder, but sure.
So what you want to do is free run into the middle and use Deus's blast to kill all of them. He just decided to press the button in semi-auto mode, which makes you run up to the enemy and use it, and he prayed, and his prayers were not answered. So Link Slash, well, yeah, that's a thing in this game. So encounter battles, when they're too close to each other, you get encounter link battles. So instead of 4 enemies there would have been like 6. With Link Slash, you basically just have the encounter of 1 enemy instead of 2. That probably doesn't make sense because I'm bad at explaining things, but just take my word for it.
It made complete sense to me, if that helps.
It doesn't.
So this is the last time we'll visit this town before it ends up looking like nightmare fuel.
Thanks for the spoilers. Spoiler warning.
I mean, if you're watching a marathon.
So this is a town.
This is a town. I just got 1,000 gold to add to my casual. I basically have the entire economy of Turkaloon Rays.
Alright, so story recap. Someone stole ball in fountain. Fountain no work no more. We go try to take ball. We find guy who take ball. Now we run after guy who take ball. That's the story, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's where we're up to.
All that happened in 8 minutes.
Oh, I'm only 8 minutes. Okay, that's... I thought I was doing a lot worse than that, to be honest.
Well, you're almost 9. If that hurts your feelings at all.
It's fine. I mean, I gave Gedriff the conservative extra 10 minutes on my time just in case I inevitably messed it up. I just wasn't quite expecting to mess up the first.
This is the run where we come back to the schedule. This is where we line everything up.
This is why they put me in here, because it's like, it's fine. You know, we'll get it done in like an hour extra, so that gives Xerom the extra entire hour to just mess up. It's fun.
I was about to say, if you make it late by an hour, I'll be extremely impressed.
We speedrun Rel.
So those shady looking dudes in the top left that you saw a while ago, assumably a while ago, obviously they stand out because they're characters in the game. So they have some kind of importance later on, I guess, or something. So that's cool. So we're running through a forest, and that's also cool. Yeah, so Jep's upset with you because you aren't hugging the walls. You're wasting precious seconds. I just want to let you know that you were doing that.
Wasting precious seconds out of the hundreds I've wasted already. Okay. Cheers, Jep.
Yeah, of all the hours that we're gonna waste today.
I messaged Halloween's earlier. I was like, so you ready to spend 3.5 hours with me later? And he was like, not spend, waste.
Not that I have anything else to do today, but
I thought that's why you came along. You were like, I could just spend the entire day like just ruining your day. So sure.
So this is a typical Japanese cherry blossom island. This place kind of sucks. It's called Halor or something.
Hello.
Yeah.
We forget because we don't play the story anymore.
What? There's a story? So basically here, you run to the tree 3 times. Every single time you get stopped by a cutscene and get pulled back, as you saw.
By like a good couple of seconds. About to skip the one of the scenes that always makes me sad when I have to skip it. That's only because the English voice acting for that was amazing. I'll do that in a bit. Not on my way back. Remind me on my way back, Halloween's, that I need to speak to Mayor because I didn't do it in this time round. Because you can speak to him either time round.
Yeah, I always do it first. I don't know why you...
I normally do. Forgot he was there, and if I'm gonna like screw up early on in the run, it's normally forgetting the mayor. That's because it's a non-linear component to this. I normally like forget to do it because it's not linear.
See, it's linear in my head, so that's why.
Okay, before we do Egg Bear, I'm going to quickly sort repeat out because I should probably do that. Because we haven't actually used repeat yet, have we?
Yeah, this game casually is like 60 hours plus. But already, because you can skip every cutscene, that goes a lot faster. I think, so in the Xbox 360 version, you couldn't skip cutscenes.
Oh, it was horrendous.
Albeit, there was a lot of content that wasn't there. I think there was a speedrun of that was like 8 hours. You could call that a speedrun. That was like years ago. I would never speedrun that because you would just sit there the entire time.
It was also sad because if you went on the leaderboards, there were hacked versions of like 00000.
Yeah.
I was like, well, it's just not worth doing then, is it?
Yeah. That's the in-game leaderboards, which only people who care about.
I originally started doing Switch version on the in-game leaderboards, being like, oh, they're cool. And then I was like, I should probably speedrun this properly. And we're still waiting for that day.
Yeah, we're still waiting for that day.
We're still waiting for that day with the point where I'm like, I'm just going to try and make a new category because why not?
Hey, if make a new category, easy world record.
Yeah, right. Until you come along and just, decide, I'm going to do that now and just do it better.
Yeah. Like, what? You're 20 minutes behind me.
I think
it's alright.
Yeah. We're both.
And Nez is 30 minutes above me.
Yeah. Nez is just, like, insane. That run, like, is actually ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. So talk to that guy. Get the pedal. We're basically just making a Panacea bottle, which he almost ran past the guy to.
The amount of times I've done that on run on my stream and gone, nope, gotta go and
so, thing that he didn't do here, you don't actually have to craft it. You could just exit out of the menu and you will have it, and you just go up to the tree. But he decided this is a let's play.
I also knew that and have only now just remembered that. I'm gonna be on. It's one of those really random glitches that I forgot that exists, and I should really start remembering to do. Oh well, this town's happy now, so we've done our job, so let's go make somewhere else miserable, I guess.
Yeah, that's the entire plot device that they're going to continuously use is, this place is good.
Now, yeah.
Let's go somewhere else.
Yeah, this entire game is pretty much just a spend of go somewhere else.
I can't remind you to talk to the mayor, because...
Because I'd already not done it, yeah. Right, it's fine.
No, because of the time difference.
Oh.
I'm just sitting next to you.
Yeah, and flights are too expensive.
It's true.
It's fine. I'm sat here like on one hand, what's gonna kill me first? Halloween's jokes or Storm Dennis, which is just raging outside.
Wait a minute. Did you just say that? Are you allowed to say that?
What, Storm Dennis?
It's a joke.
Oh.
It wasn't funny, but it was a joke.
I was like, I'm allowed to mention the storm that is currently raging outside, I think. I don't think that was a controversial topic.
Could have been.
It was controversial yesterday for me, to be fair, when I was coming back from the LAN I was at and proceeded to get stuck going from Waterloo to where I live, which normally takes about an hour and a half, and ends up taking me 5 hours to get home because screw the British transport system. Would not recommend. There you go.
You're just gonna call him out like that on stream?
Yeah. National Rail, if you're watching. No. I'm sure they've got 100. No. If they're watching, can they please stop watching and get back onto the trains?
No.
I didn't want to risk that fight there, so I decided to holy bowl. Safe marathon strats, safe strats. And remind me I've just said that when we get to Carol later. Because that's an important reminder, isn't it, Halloween?
Oh, man. Yeah, so he's going to be making at least 2 safety saves, because I don't trust him on one, and one of them he has died to before, despite it being a complete meme. There's a fight later on where all you have to do is run for like a minute and try and live. You could kill it and it goes faster, but...
I tried that strategy and it just didn't work.
And then he tried killing it when he's underprepared and got completely whipped and nay-nayed all over the floor. And lost the entire run of, what was that, 2.5 hours in?
2.5 hours of my life. It's not as bad as the time though that, or actually no, it is more funny than the time that the last run I did where you were like, I'll give you $200 if you manage to cut your time down and get PB, and I actually then got, what was it, 4 straight gold splits in a row.
Yeah, I was pissed about that.
You just like... We live in a capitalist world. Financial incentives. Oh, yeah, by the way, you can't skip this cutscene. It's horrific.
Yeah.
I'm not just
one of like 5 cutscenes you can't skip. But every single time, as you saw in the beginning of the cutscene, he paused because he's in the mindset that you could skip this cutscene, and boy, did he have to unpause. Insane.
So Repeat just done an altered art on this save that I apparently didn't have.
Good job.
So that wasted frames. But at least that won't affect me next time, right?
Okay. Another story recap. Oh, I guess because passed a bunch.
Yeah, you got the time while I'm in this dungeon.
Yeah, we went to Cherry Blossom Place. We made a bottle, cured a tree, people happy. We're looking for some dude, some night guy, I guess. He's kind of important to the story sometimes. Then we're like, oh, well, the guy that stole the ball is in this place called Ospio, the city of scholars. Last name Mordio, or name Mordio. We break in, because we can do that. Chick's name's Rita Mordio. Find her. She's like, yeah, okay, I'll follow you guys. Let's come to the Shaiko's ruins. And here we are. We're in the ruins. Just here. Kind of just doing our thing. And we're gonna have a boss. If you could call him that.
What are bosses in this run?
I don't know.
I just go at extreme speeds and, like, just hope that nothing goes wrong. And much to my constant sadness, but not shock, because that would involve me... I'm gonna have to... my holy balls are not optimized right now.
Talk to me when anything is optimized.
Hey, to be fair, I've done the Shaikos ruins not horrifically. It's fine, we've got... Didn't even need to use Douse Blast for that one. What I will give this game, I mean, a lot of things, because I actually really love it. Like, despite the fact I'm skipping this entire game right now because speedrun, that's kind of the whole point. Something I will give this game is I actually really like its music. It's really, just, I don't know, relaxed.
Yeah, I guess it's alright.
Vesperia was actually my first Tales game back in... I got it for my birthday in 2010, I want to say. That's
2 years late. Fake fan.
It was, well, it's where I started, it's where I became a fan.
That doesn't change what I said.
And I got, okay, if you thought I was a fake fan before, do you know what my next game I got was?
Dude, Symphonia 2.
Yeah! How did you guess?
I'm not surprised. That was my first game, actually.
Fake fan.
What a wonderful entry to the Tales of series.
Yeah, what a fantastic, well-written, well-designed, well-put... Yeah, no, I got the Symphonia collection on PS3, and I proceeded to play Symphonia, and then put the disc away. I think I, like, booted up Symphonia 2 and was like, nah.
See, they have some. They have good characters in there. It just like it's shrouded out by the main ones who are bad.
They have, to be fair though, they've got some really good characters, and you can still enjoy those by playing the first game.
Well, I mean,
actually, to be fair, like I'll give like the main villain group actually is actually all right.
Yeah, the main villain group is what I was talking about. That's what I was referring to. What was his name? Dukes or whatever.
Dex.
The blue-haired
Yeah.
guy? Dex. Yeah, he's cool.
His Mr. Car is a meme of wonder.
I like him dying. That was pretty cool. That was a good cutscene.
To be fair though, the Alice and Dex fight from that game was actually really good. Welcome to the Tales of Vesperia speedrun, where we proceed to talk about other less amazing Tales games.
It's hard to explain Vesperia New Game Plus because there's nothing to explain. You just kill everything in your path and skip every cutscene that you can.
This is basically just meme commentary while we
That's what I was planning on anyway, to be honest.
What, just meme commentary?
I mean, alright, someone said let's talk about Carol. Let's talk about Carol.
So, Carol.
Good talk.
Yeah.
Yep. that's about it.
No, I had a joke and I couldn't. I had to like making my joke. So, okay, repeat that sentence about talking about Carol.
Let's all talk about Carol.
So, Tales of the Tempest.
Okay.
I was quite happy with that. Oh, God.
So this is a tutorial. We don't really like tutorials.
This is...
But
You can only skip, what is it? 2 tutorials in the whole game.
technically you can skip the save point tutorial, but we won't be doing this in that run.
We've done it at this moment in time, just
that
not
and
yet.
this run.
I mean...
This and that run.
I mean, I could skip it and just, you know...
No.
just actually do it properly and just walk around.
So here's some wasting time by trying to save time by not using a holy bottle. Good. Let me load up your stream actually.
So, as a kid, this next boss fight always was like a challenge for me. So it always makes me very happy now when I do this.
So, this is the demo boss.
Oh yeah!
Arguably the hardest boss casually is the demo boss. Which is why this next cutscene does not make any sense to people who are just playing through the game. Because it's just so random, because that's where the demo ends. Right there, the demo would have ended. So, yeah, we're done playing the game because the demo ended.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming to the Tales of Vesperia speedrun.
Tales of Vesperia demo percent when?
Is he actually more powerful in this version?
He might be. I remember when I first casually played this when it came out, I was streaming it and I stopped streaming it at that boss because I was getting so angry with my death counts, so that was a thing. But then again, I was annoyed at that point in time anyway because, oh, do you know the fun story about my Definitive Edition, Collector's Edition that I had? So... Vesperia is quite arguably my favorite Tales game. I mean, it's not like I've got, how many hours on it now? So when the Definitive Edition was announced, I was really happy. And then I was even more happy when I got the pre-order, and I was really excited for the day it came out, and I had it all booked off work. I'd, like, fully planned this. I was watching the delivery guy on, you know, the apps you get, and I was like, he's like 2 stops away, 1 stop away. I checked it. I went and popped to I think I just went pop to get a drink, which is even more ironic considering that's downstairs. When it said, "You'd missed your delivery driver. He will be back he'll be back on the next business day." Now this game came out on a Friday, so I was not happy. And then I proceeded to message my friend who can drive, and was like, "Hey, we're going to the local station to pick this up." So we drove all the way out to where it was being held, and went and got it. Well, so that was fun.
Yeah. So you dragged somebody else out to go get a game?
Yeah, we got pizza though, so it was fine.
Yeah, mate.
Oh.
Why would you do that to somebody? Just
because he wanted to do some driving, and he just passed his test, so he was like in that mode of like, I can drive anywhere, why not, right? Oh, it's this way now. The cutscene didn't load properly.
Story recap. We went through a place. Blastia was dead. Rita had a panic moment. We went past the place.
Fuck.
We went so hard. We stopped. We went to a harbor to see a magistrate. His name is Pasta Sauce. His ragu. He really likes pasta. He has a whole manner for some reason. I mean, I guess people just do not buy Prego. Everyone's just really buying ragu because the guy was able to afford an entire manor for himself. And he said the taxpayers need to go kill this monster that we're literally right in front of because the horn is worth money or something.
Ow. That should not be playing.
So we just killed his plot device, except he's not actually dead. We just took his horn.
Hey, so remember that thing I said about turning off notifications?
Yeah, I know. It's
Okay, cool.
it's a case of I thought they were turned off, and I should have now actually got them turned off because I've put it on pause on Streamlabs. That should be fine. It's this way, fuck. Ooh, I need to also stop.
So welcome to Trainwreck Percent. We were anticipating this.
Okay, I've pressed the pause button and the mute button, which I should have pressed earlier, but was like, if I delete the audio file from the scene, that'll work, right? It didn't work. Sorry, Gedriff.
It's cool, man.
Oh look, it's Azure Heavens.
Who's this guy? I guess, yeah, we gotta see him for a second. So there's a cool thing in this game where there's, we're not at it yet, but there's a character where you don't see him the entirety of this run, but he's kind of an important device, a plot device. I'm gonna keep using that word, it's a fun word. So yeah, he dies in a cutscene. He only appears in cutscenes, and since we skip all the cutscenes, we don't really see him ever.
I'm trying to think about who you're talking about.
How do you not know who I'm talking about?
If I say heart, am I right?
Yes.
Cool. I love how that's like just an easy descriptor. We're like, yeah, that works.
So yeah, there's a whole character that's important to the story that we're not even going to see.
Yeah.
I guess arguably important to the story.
I'd say crucial to the primary character's plot development.
He's kind of just the introduction to a more important villain. That's basically his entire thing.
And we never see him. You might catch snippets of him.
No, you probably won't. So we're in Ragu's Manor. There's not many pasta sauces here. Pretty upset. No pasta. We kind of got scammed. So we're just going around killing wolves in his basement to get keys to open doors to go further into this manor to try and find our pasta. I don't really think we're gonna find any, but yeah.
Yeah, it's worth the hunt, right?
And now I've ruined this joke entirely.
Yeah,
It wasn't funny to begin with, but I wanted to write it.
It's the other way around, for goodness sake. I always forget the layout of this place. Especially this bit, because this half of the dungeon wasn't in the Xbox 360 version. No, this entire half of the dungeon wasn't in the 360 version. It finishes at the, you know, the
doors break down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this entire half, I have to like, I remember when I first got, because I played the PS3 version until about Halor and then was like, it's fine. Also, having a quick look over to chat, I see that we're already having a good discussion about is Yuri a gender-neutral name or not.
Yeah, it is. Actually,
it is.
Yeah.
What's interesting is I've looked at all the I've looked at all the words. But I've looked at the character things, and Yuri means wolf, I think, I want to say Russian. Which I think made sense with this whole, like, character theming. Yeah, it's a male name in Russia, someone's put in chat. I actually pressed the wrong button there, but it worked out. Did you notice that?
I saw that. You were trying to use Dale's last and you just didn't.
But it worked out. It was fun.
When does the speedrun start? Tomorrow.
Yeah, totally.
After this run, when another one comes on. So we're still not saving. There's a flow.
It wasn't horrendous. Now we get.
It's always that guy, man. He always walks backward.
Yeah.
You have that's why you have to look for it. I hate that. You could also just use Final Gale. I think it'll hit off good.
So that was boss.
Yeah, as Jeff is saying, you're gonna die by poison. You've been poisoned for.
Yeah, I was wondering to see how long that was gonna last if I could get to the next inn. But no.
Wasting pauses on Mojo. So we're at the other harbor. We just left from Rago's.
We're now in a different harbor.
Yeah. The harbor across from it. Much.
I was about to ask if Jet's proud of me yet, but I was
He's absolutely not. He's absolutely. Who's that guy that we just talked to? I don't know. So now we're going to a place. It's another dungeon and it has another boss or something.
but it's fine.
Yeah, there's like a passcode or something.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be like 3 hints, I guess. But
3 hints to a password I knew before I loaded up the game because my friend told me, and then proceeded to look at it and was like, oh, well, that's easy, and then find out that they, like, soft-locked it, so you can't finish the dungeon until you found at least 1 key. Which...
yeah, it's not that big of a deal, though, because it's just to the right of where we have to go. So we're just going to take a pit stop in a building and press X on something and run away.
X, are you using a PS4?
Hey, shut up. Are you using a PS4?
No, I'm using a Switch. Have you seen any of my other streams?
Never mind.
Ouch. So, password clue 1. I can't even remember which clue password clue 1 is.
I don't know.
It's a clue to a riddle that's maybe the easiest riddle in history. I'm not gonna holy roll this because it'll be still dead when I get here.
So for that enemy, what you're normally supposed to do is go into the top right corner, and Dark Bottle, and it'll move the enemy slightly out of the way because he's gonna aggro you, and you can slide right on the left of him, and you never have to cross him again because the next time you pass through this area, it's a cutscene that puts you on the other side of him anyway. So.
But I'm not competent enough with that strat yet. So we're marathoning, so I'm gonna be a bit careful. Also, it will really, really annoy Jep. Right?
So, and here, what you would normally want to do is take Yuri out of the party and only have repeat here because it skips all the dialogue. But I don't even do that. He ain't gonna do it.
If you don't do it, I definitely can't be bothered.
Yeah, so that cutscene right there puts you on the other side of that enemy that we fought earlier. And then after we fight this boss, which it's gonna take a minute, because this boss is interesting in the way that you can't actually kill him unless your entire party is present. And we get split up because of a plot thing or something. This one is my favorite Tales game.
This is actually my favorite Tales game as well.
But I also haven't finished Abyss, so everyone can kill me over that.
Abyss is a good game.
So here's where we die to the easiest boss. You just used an orange gel on accident, so that didn't do anything for you.
You can tell where my muscle memory's at for that, can't you?
So here's where we lose the entire run to one of the easiest bosses.
It's fine now. It's fine, we've got...
You should just be using hearts here because... it'll actually hit him.
We're locked into this fight for a full minute. I may as well have a bit of fun.
Whatever happened to marathon save strats?
It's fine, it doesn't
So that's the
matter.
only time you'll ever see Rita and Estelle in a fight. So I hope you treasured it.
Yeah.
If you didn't,
Too bad.
well, yeah.
That, I think you'll only see Estelle in combat at all now, throughout the entire game, between those two. Okay.
I really should finish Abyss. I don't think I'm going to. So
You should. It's a really, really good game. I would rate Abyss. I'm still sat here hoping out the back of my mind that Abyss hearts are, because, you know, my username. And maybe Exilia and Exilia 2 and Grace's F end up on Switch somehow. And, you know, PS4 and Xbox One, but...
Yeah, see, that's what I'm kind of riding on too, is Abyss being remastered, because I was playing the 3DS version and I can't be bothered with this.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I played it on 3DS and then I played it on emulator, and do you know what was a lot more fun was the emulator version? Because...
So everyone's favorite segment, we're going to talk about the plot again. So we got arrested. Yeah, the police came out of nowhere and arrested us. So we went to jail for a few minutes. But we had to leave. So they were just like, yeah, okay. So we talked to Prince, who's also very important. But
you never see him.
we'll ever see him again. And Flynn, who is the nightly. So we try and go to the inn, and then you get stuck by this tutorial. And this tutorial, to a casual player, sucks. For some reason, this tutorial is extremely hard if you're in a casual new game run.
Oh yeah, it's like, actually, you actually have to basically treat it like a boss fight. You looking forward to that when you do your 100%?
That tutorial is harder than any boss fight in the entire game. It's a casual new game runner, like just player, not runner.
You just get really used to Ardacos and Bocos being like easy, and then
they give you two at once, and you're alone. And it's the first time you're introduced to actual competent enemies two at once while you're alone.
it's fine. We're on New Game Plus, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we just kill them because we can.
I'm going to at some point like go back to this and play like a proper run through it. I'm going to be like, oh my god, yeah, this game has a plot.
When I got this game, the definitive edition, I was running it through on hard, like my first time again after playing it on the 360 a long time ago. And getting to that ruined my hard run because I just switched to normal after that fight. Or like before I finished that fight, because I couldn't finish it. I kept dying. So we looked at a thing. And then we left the place where we looked at the thing.
The thing nearly blew up.
Yeah, that happened. They wanted to take Estelle back, but
We said no.
the recycled content in this game is the fact that everyone is going to constantly want to split up, but every single time they'll come up with an excuse to stay together, so all these cutscenes are worthless. So now we're here, in a different place, with the character that was supposed to leave but didn't, because we said, yeah, you can come if you want. And she was like, yeah, I'll come.
Oh. My stick was in the wrong position.
Oh, yeah, and we're getting raided.
One of the key elements of this game is like the barriers, and in this boss fight, the barriers just don't. This cutscene's like, oh yeah, the barrier's dead for like. How many times does this actually happen in the game? Like 4 or 5?
I wasn't paying attention. What'd you say?
Huh?
The split up thing?
Yeah.
At least 5.
I mean, you can skip 2 of them, which is nice. Oh. Wow. Could have not pressed every key wrong worse there if I tried.
What do you mean? Oh. Dude, I just saw that. Oh my god, how do you do that? You press every button except for the one you were supposed to. Welcome to the speedrun. This is a speedrun. You get to watch this guy play a game, I guess.
And you know, laugh at me, play game. Could you imagine if I entered this game in like AGDQ or something and just how hilariously badly it would go?
I mean, things are already doing that, so we don't need to count on anything for that.
Oh, I can set Raven up now.
So we're going to be setting up skills for the next 10 minutes. So let's talk about something else.
Yeah, you can talk about something else while I do this.
I don't know what to say. So actually, he doesn't have the overpowered skills that make him. I don't know. He put strength D on there, but that's fine. Keep it on already. It doesn't matter. He put on technical half at one point, and I was just not having it.
that was so funny. That was actually like.
So technical half. Basically, what it does is it cuts every single stat in half, except for what, damage or something. I don't remember because I never use it, because you shouldn't ever use it. It was not created to be used.
It's like half and min attack, whatever they half, quarter, and min damage.
Yeah, so he doesn't have there's skills that Raven has that every single time an arrow hits an enemy, he gains HP and TP. Well, like, they're 2 separate skills. He doesn't have either of those. The TP one kind of is good for this run.
They're nice. They're nice little extras, but they're not like stupidly necessary. But I'll get them at some point. Cutscene that was added to game so that this could be the demo area for the PS3 edition and introduce Patty. That is literally, when you think about it, the entire point of that cutscene. No other value to it.
Introduce Patty.
Oh,
You've seen her, Ragu.
Oh no! But if you were on the demo version, this was the demo dungeon on the PS3. So it was literally to introduce Patty in this area, so that they could then add her to the to this dungeon as like a playable character for about 5 minutes. So I didn't add Raven to the fight, which was probably a categoric mistake, but that's fine because that's not going to be an issue for another. Ooh.
Oh yeah, you did not put Loner on. I noticed that. I was gonna say something too, but I was like, nah, he probably got it. I just wasn't paying attention.
I noticed I'd done it after I'd left menu, but I was like, I don't need him yet because that's just a single fight enemy, so it's not the end of the world.
I don't know, man. Azure Heavens goes off on that boss. Every single time I use Azure Heavens on that guy, every single arrow hits him.
Right, let's fight. One of the like fun bosses to fight in the.
In this fight, you can lose or win. We win because it's faster.
And you get to play the game. And you get to play the game properly for like 2 minutes.
Which is Yuri combos. Which are just somewhat like Vesperia. Yuri is kind of just how we play main character, we good at game. So, no, actually exactly like Vesperia.
Yeah. There's a reason I think I enjoyed playing Vesperia.
So, like, Judith is really fun to play, for example, but is very hard to play. Rita is just kind of like spam art, please. Carol is actually arguably the most fun to play if you know what you're doing. Because you just use Reaper Knock and Mighty Charge anything, and you could one-shot everything if you wanted to.
The best way to describe my feelings on Carol in this game is Carol's AI is, yeah, that was programmed in about 2 minutes, but, in terms of a playable character, he can actually be really fun. But also, if you don't know what you're doing, he's,
Then you end up, dying at,
Batojo, yeah.
Say his name. Yeah, Batojo. I've never learned how to say his name. I'm never going to. So we forgot our wallet, so we're gonna go back into this building. We didn't actually forget our wallet.
No. I mean, Jesus Christ, have you seen how much money we've got? Like, I wouldn't need to forget my wallet. It's probably like, wait, the fact that Yuri can move is like... We're loaded in this part of the run.
Yeah, we got this bread.
This bread is basically over about 24 lifetimes.
Yeah, so we went to jail again, but we're out again. We never really stay at the jail for more than 2 minutes. Except for the fact that we've been there 3 times already, and it's only been an hour.
Have we been 3 times?
The beginning of the game. When we get sent.
Oh, yes. Heliod.
Yeah, when we get...
I forget that technically counts as jail. Now we get to do my my least favourite dungeon to play on PS3 edition because I can never remember the way around. The second half.
Yeah, so he's notorious for getting lost in this, but he's also notorious for taking a pee break immediately after this.
But we're marathoning, so I don't need to do that.
Hopefully. We're gonna be 2 hours in, and you're gonna be like, dude, I need to pause the timer.
I also need to learn how to press the controller properly.
So Carol's face, this screen of Carol's face is the best thing God has ever gave humanity. Yeah. But we skip it, so. But that is the perfect frame. There will be no other greater picture for your home screen than that. So yeah, the thing about this dungeon, you have to get light in your ring. Otherwise enemies will jump out at you and waste time. But also going to those things waste time.
So you have to time it right. There's that one at the end that I've just done that you can clip through, so you clip through it.
Yeah, new game is very hard. New game plus, not so much at all.
Nope, not this way. Cool. We've gone wrong once so far.
Yeah, so you're supposed to go down.
Down. If I can actually press buttons properly. Not this way. Is it this way? No, it's actually that way.
So I've never been lost here, but this guy, right here.
It can happen. It's this way. My sense of like how to do this place is getting better slowly as time goes on.
New Game Plus, the only run killer is Schwan, to be honest. Or if you're
But
playing how he plays.
a lot. You have quite a few.
Potato.
I didn't notice my holy bottles run out, but oh well. Details.
Schwan is a killer because he could use falling and stun you infinitely because of glory and just kill you.
And it'd be great if you had Azure Heavens in that fight, but for spoiler reasons, you don't.
For spoiler reasons, you don't. So really the strat is to keep a distance, but once you do that, you want to go up and beat him up. So, and then the only other run killer is Ice Guy. Yeah, I'm never going to say that name.
Batojo if you do it wrong. I'm an hour in and I'm like, I'm not doing as bad as I thought I was, so I'll take that. So we've just met like arguably one of the best characters in the game, and you will never see her played.
Amazing.
Can't believe we're nearly at the end of Act 1. Oh.
Yeah, glory is nuts, except when it's not nuts.
It'd be great if Glory blocked Sudden Rots, right? Am I going to do this in time?
So we got Limit Duo. The one thing that is almost criminal, the way he runs this game, is he doesn't use Limit at all. When using Limit, you can spam arts like it's nobody's business. Yeah, he don't do that. So that's a thing that happens that you won't see in this run.
Yeah, I might do it today. It's honestly more I just kind of forget it exists, which probably makes that statement worse.
Yeah.
It's fine. In our race plan, I'll have to use it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, me and Halloweens have a really dumb race plan. I came to you with the rules for that, and I feel like you just kind of was like, yeah, go on.
What would have been funny is if I suggested this be a race for the marathon.
Yeah.
Just so only my audio would play because I'd be ahead of you.
I don't know. I don't know. Like you're good at the speedrun side of things, but like some of the side quests there, because you don't want to rehearse it. Like I might have a small advantage, not big, minuscule.
Oh no, I'm talking about just
oh my god,
Game Plus at 8%.
I'll just wait for you to see that, because that was actually agonizingly painful.
Amazing. Dude, next level strategy. So what he did there, he missed 4 times for RNG manipulation.
No, I missed 4 times because basically I was practicing this run at the LAN I was at, but I didn't bring my Pro controller, so I was using my my Joy-Cons. So my hands are still in like the layout for the they're like still like on the sensitivity for that stick, so I keep messing my sensitivity up. I just sat on the floor at this Splatoon marathon. Was like, I'm gonna play speedrun game. Something that always annoys me about this dungeon is that they literally soft locked it in that you can't like skip gears when you should be able to.
In this dungeon, there's not much to say about it. There's just a whole lot of waiting around, shooting gears for no reason, other than to... It's just a puzzle to waste time. Because they have to have something in this game to not make you run around doing nothing.
It's fine. This isn't the worst it gets.
Oh, yeah. No. Clearly not.
Like, at least this place has some semi-different level design. Not much, but semi. Which is more than I can say about another dungeon we'll visit later. Your favourite dungeon, right?
Trying to think of what you're talking about, because I have an idea, but if it is the one I'm thinking about, it actually is my favorite dungeon, despite it being repetitive.
Is that just because it's like... I mean, from design point of view, it shouldn't be your favourite.
Yeah, design point of view, no.
Design point of view, that feels like that was a intern project that they sort of just let be put in the game. A bit like Spirit minigame, which is absolutely like an absolute waste of time, but still more fun than this.
No, that dungeon. Okay, no, that dungeon sucks. I hate that dungeon. It shouldn't even exist. It only exists just to exist, to piss me off. It exists for the sole purpose to get the magic.
I'm confused about which dungeon you're talking about now.
You're talking about the Spirit minigame?
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole area?
Oh, that whole area, yeah, no, that I hate that so much. Not just because of what happens there.
Or what's going to happen later on, because...
If I actually manage to,
In the marathon?
Yeah.
Wait.
I feel like you die of, like, laughter.
I'll leave the cough. I'll just go to sleep. I will actually just leave.
Run dead.
So, there is two things I can say about this dungeon. One cool thing is you don't have to remember anything.
No.
Because there is cutscenes showing you every single place to go next. I forgot what the second thing was. So we're on good pace.
I mean, you could talk about the room warp at the top here that only works about 50% of the time. Like that time, it actually worked. But sometimes you can, for some reason, walk through the warp for the for this room, and it just won't activate. So you'll then have to go back down through it, and it's horrific. Well, that's Arc 1 done. Hey, we're not doing horrifically for time. That's normally where I'm like an hour 10, so I'll take that. I'll take that.
My bad. Stepped away.
No, it's fine.
So I noticed you didn't provide any commentary whatsoever. So
Nope.
good job.
I was more of just like I'm just gonna focus on pressing the skip button because that's hard work. But yeah. Also, this music is like arguably some of the best music in the game.
So we finished Arc 1, I guess.
Yeah, we did that.
Here for it.
Beat Barbatos.
And what I was gonna say about the walking past the loading zone, you can actually do that in Shaikos Ruins when going upstairs.
Yes, I know about that. The loading zone thing isn't very well built for
Yeah, I don't know. I think it has to do with the stairs. Because...
Yeah. It's not very well built for them. Just reading chat quickly when skipping cutscenes there. Arc 3's Overworld 3 thing is pretty cool, to be fair. The best battle music for this game, you arguably never get to hear. Because you'd spend that whole dungeon just, you know, walking.
I mean, the dungeon music sounds nice anyway, so.
Yeah, to be fair, it's like a pretty melody. Now, I'm making Jep happy here because I've actually just done 2 strats I haven't implemented beforehand that he wanted me to implement for this run. So there you go, buddy.
Yeah, so if you select Judith instead of the other 2, despite it being funnier if you pick Karo, once you make the... Once you make the outfit, you spawn directly in front of the door. Or something. 5 seconds, get man.
You proud of me yet?
Jep is finally proud of you. Also, if you were to pick Carol there, when you get to select between him and Yuri, there's a second cutscene, and we don't want that. Unless you do.
It's like down here you can talk to people and get second cutscenes, and we don't do that.
Oh yeah, the dudes harassing these people. Yeah, we just let them continue. We don't really care. We're just trying to go fast.
I just want good speeds.
Yeah, so these people are just gonna suffer. I don't care about them. I'm just gonna go throw a rock at this guy. So there was the frame of the person that you're never gonna see.
Yeah. Oh, there was another one.
So yeah, just take in those beautiful frames of that one guy with the blue hair that you'll never see again.
Voiced by a pretty good voice actor in the English version as well.
We'll never hear it.
No. This game actually has, like, quite a few voice actors that are now, like, top tier, but when this game first came out in 2008 were, like, just starting their careers, and it's always really interesting to, like, go back and listen to.
Yeah, and leaving those people to suffer was for sure for the sake of the speedrun.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't just do it because we wanted to.
Sometimes on my on my playthroughs, when I'm playing this through, not the speeds, I'll wow.
What did you do?
You'll see.
Oh, I see what you did.
I am, yeah.
Well, we touched a save point, so reset. So now we're forced to talk to everybody.
Yeah. You can only skip this like once more in the whole game, I think. which sucks, but that's life.
If he said an Englishman in the English version, then it would just not be jarring anymore. And them saying he has a funny accent wouldn't make any sense because they're all talking the same accent.
They'd have had to like come up with another joke. Could you imagine if Raven, not Raven, if Jaeger was French though?
Yeah.
He only says "kava." He has an entire conversation with you where you only say those two words back and forth. Because you can do that because French is interesting. And for the French people watching, they're probably not very happy that I said it in that way. So at this point in the game, you can make limit trio and quad if you wanted to. I don't think he's going to, because why would he? He ain't gonna use it.
Yeah, as I say, like, they're nice and cool if you're going to be doing anything with basically just Mr. Carts, but we don't touch Mr. Carts in this run, sadly. Which is sad, because actually I really like this game's Mr. Cart set.
So that lady with the question mark above her head, that's the start of the Brontiac side quest, if that's how you say that. It's Broniac? Yeah, Broniac. It's for Judith's weapon, which is an easily missable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very missable.
I got it on the 360. I never actually got it on the on Switch yet because I just haven't bothered. There are so many unskippable, sorry, not unskippable, skippable side quests in this game. I'm like, yeah.
It's really the first time the character that's going to make you cry later on is actually going to join the party.
Can't cry if you skip the cutscene per your split.
Yeah. At that point in the game, that's the sound. That's the name of my split. Can't cry if you skip the cutscene.
I'd have that for the cryable cutscene just before that, but you know.
Actually, they have been adjusted for the definitive edition, quite a bit. Because in 360, oh my god, you advance the story one sentence, and you just miss everything. You miss the whole game.
They put a couple more like ways to do.
It's a lot more lenient. Yeah.
It doesn't actually matter who you take with you at this point.
Yeah, because you're not gonna fight anyway.
Yeah, imagine actually fighting people in this dungeon.
Couldn't be me.
I remember in this game, when I first got this game, and I was just doing this dungeon early on a Saturday morning after school. It was good times.
Yeah, the bad audio balance for the skits is just, oh man, those are awful. All of a sudden, it's like one skit's very quiet, and then the other skit's just blasting your ears out of your ear, like you're just dead. You can't hear anymore. You've gone deaf.
I actually turn off the skit suggester at the bottom of the screen because I've got it too grained into my head that I'll see that and be like, oh, skit, and press the button. So if I can't see it, I won't press the button.
So this is arguably the best part of the game, where you do the Metal Gear joke. You're not gonna do it.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'll let you do it.
No, I'm good.
You get to do this joke and we're both like, nah.
Everyone understands. It's fine. I don't need to do it. Can I get a what a thrill in chat, please?
Right, in a bit I've got to do party management now, because this entire area just absolutely messes your party up.
Yeah, thanks, guys. So there's a boss here. Sometimes.
幽霊戦にふさわしい親玉じゃねえか。やっぱ幽霊なんかね。で、何だったんだ今の。
Oh yeah, there he is. Yeah, he's gone. But not dead. Because he can't die. He's a ghost. Can't. Yeah.
Good story explained right there.
Yeah. He's dead, except he can't actually be dead.
75% dead.
So Raven is in the party solely to spam Azure Heavens. That's it. That's his job.
Yeah.
He does nothing else.
All his other arts are turned off. I have Azure Heavens tied to... That's the wrong way. I have Azure Heavens tied to 2 buttons on the stick, so that if I accidentally flick it in the wrong direction, it's fine, because it will still go off.
So here's him going to the last ladder when he's on the floor for the second ladder. Because...
I'm really glad you caught that. I'm really glad you caught that.
It'd be like that sometimes. Out here in these streets. The only danger is being the current runner. That is the only danger of this run. No, I mean, if you don't have arts max out to 999, and your fell arms maxed out, later fights do take longer, and you could die sometimes.
There are some, like, situations that you can be screwed in, involving certain monsters in icy locations.
Yeah. And there's one part in particular where it splits your party kind of randomly, almost.
Yeah.
So...
Oh yeah, I remember the last time I had to do that.
So if you don't flip characters to someone who you have set up to be at the beginning of the second party, you kind of just waste 2 minutes trying to figure out how to win this fight that is just regular enemies. But since you have nothing set on these characters, you have to just wing it.
And because and if you're setting this, if you're literally only building the save file for running as well, you've arguably only got like your fell arms and your arts maxed out for 3 characters, so it just makes it worse for those other characters that you then have to use.
Yeah, and that part's probably also difficult in New Game, I'd imagine, but I wouldn't know anything about that.
It was actually alright when I did it on New Game, because at that point in time you're about the... Oh, you're talking New Game Run, not New Game Run.
Talking about speedrun. Yeah, played. We're speedrunners, remember? Some of us.
Look, have you seen how I play?
A little bit.
Jury still out on that one.
So normally you just go right to sleep in the 360 version, but we have to go talk to Patty first because the plot.
Because childcare. It's basically like the plan for when they added her into this game was like, what if we had a character that you had to like look after for the whole game?
Yeah, it's not really a speedrun. It's kind of just playing the game moderately quickly.
All hail.
Back down, run back up, run back down, run back up.
All hail NG plus any percent.
spam pause and X and run to another location is the entire basis of New Game Plus. Once you master those two, well learned.
So fun fact, had the important boss on the screen for a second there that
刀らしはこんなもんか
was there and then not.
すぐ楽にしてやる
Right, hold on.
まだまだ軽い軽い
Yeah, this game's basically just speed power walk.
す
That's a
ぐ
good way to
楽
put
に
it.
してやるなんだこんなもんかよ
Yeah, so that white hair guy really doesn't feel like playing Arc 2, so we're gonna see him in Arc 3.
So this fight, because we do so much damage in one hit, we actually end up skipping a cutscene. So there's actually a cutscene in between those that you skip. But because we literally kill him before he's at 50%, it just deals with it nice and quickly.
ここが貴様らの終焉のそんな風にした奇妙な腕にしやがって
So you've got to fight two enemies here
ジ
because
タバタするなよ
game design.
So, in his last run, he decided to go to another enemy that was further away. So I'm glad he decided to not be a meme and do it the right way.
I just
Congrats.
felt like you've already had enough talking points for memes already.
No. Well, I mean, we're gonna see some more anyway. So,
Oh, 110%.
yeah, we've not run out of things for me to bully you on.
I'm really looking forward to our race because that's just going to be.
Oh, dude, that is gonna be awful. Worst thing that's gonna happen to you.
Hey, there are bits of the game that I do know better than you, so it's going to just be a mix of like you knowing the speedrun stuff better and me knowing the actual side quest.
Me being
but,
the person who has 100% the game, and you being the person who does not have black bunny ears on Yuri right now. Yikes!
I don't know who thought we had extra side quest stuff to do for getting to the second X dungeon. Who was that? Halloween's?
I mean, I'm just gonna 100% the game anyway during that, so.
What? While I'm struggling to get a fell arm.
Yeah.
Oh, that was.
While you're in the second EX dungeon trying to get that fell arm, I would have already had it and beat the boss.
You'd be just getting the black bunny ears.
Yeah, I'd be just picking them up. I'd be on my way to go get that last title.
ジタバタするなよ
So,
Oh my god.
Fought those guys in ship. Decided, hey, we have ship now.
どこまでも邪魔な連中だぜ
Yeah, Labyrinth of Memories is missable.
Labyrinth of Memories is actually a really. No, it's not. I was about to say it's a really fun dungeon, and then I remembered. But
And then you
no.
remembered that you need 15 fake geld, and you could. Yeah.
There's a clip
That's
on
still
my
missable.
Twitter that
No, that first EX dungeon is still missable.
yeah, you've basically got like, what is it, a one cutscene window break to get it?
It normally happens either way when you're playing through casually, but if you're speedrunning, you don't do that. So if you try and go and do that dungeon after a speedrun of New Game Plus, you realize you can't access it when you walk into Dawngrest hoping that the ground will shake, and it never does. And you just...
すぐ
Oh, they
楽
made a
にして
different
や
window?
る
Like, I didn't even know that. So here you use a...
Oh, what's the different way? I'm curious now. Teach us.
Yeah, teach us.
Aren't we meant to be like
Yeah, we're
knowledge
supposed to be
about
the ones knowing everything about this game, and
We're like, oh, chat has knowledge for us.
even Jeb doesn't know. So this is some.
This is either
is
going to be
some
like a spicy ass meme or. So there's.
It's got to be the biggest joke on the planet. So here's Terapus, as known by the famous line, "It's him, Terapus." We're just gonna kill him because we don't really like him.
He's if you manage to, for whatever reason, I've managed to do this once on speedrun, get him to his second phase, it's horrible for speedrunning. But if you kill him before that, it's not a problem, so we do that.
I believe that this is a run killer in New Game. Dude, I think
Yeah.
everything's like everything could probably be a potential run killer in New Game.
So now we have the best segments of this game. The segment I really enjoy doing every single time. Oh my god. Oh, I've already hit a save point, so that doesn't even matter. For some reason I thought it was further down the screen, and it wasn't.
So yeah, here's talk to everyone again.
Yeah. Or, in my case, talk to everyone while also missing them. Because I'm just that good.
Yeah, you just walk past Raven.
And then walk back over to him, yeah.
Good.
Yuri!
Wait, are you playing Jeff?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice because all the text is still English.
No, I'm playing on the Japanese, on the Japanese audio because I feel like this run is going to make Jet hate me enough, and I didn't want him to, like, for instance, doing something that stupid. So I didn't want him to, like, actually cry, so I gave him a bit of
And plays on the other side of the world. Yeah, pretty much. I do like how in this version of the game they extended the time duration of where you can get the compact for that whole 200-man melee thing because you need yeah, so it seems random when the compact falls, right? No, you can just do it almost any time now. Actually, I think any time you can do it as long as you get the flower.
Yeah, so as long as you've got the flower, it's fine. So this dungeon is on the list of dungeons that has a really cool idea that was balanced horrifically, so you never use it.
Oh yeah, this is one of those other unskippable cutscenes, so you get to see Raven do a backflip. Which already happened. Prior to me speaking.
So do you want to explain the mechanic of this dungeon that we will never use?
So, what it is, you shoot cactus to get water because it's the desert, and you know, the desert's hot. When it's night out, you don't lose water as fast, if at all. I don't really remember.
It goes down a lot slower, like I'm watching it go down like tiny amounts.
And also, certain ice enemies you kill will refill that water gauge, but we don't really care because we don't need that. The only real thing, like, problem with this place in this speedrun is getting to the very top when it's night. We'll first change it to day, and then the cutscene will start.
Yeah. Which I think always happens to me because of just how fast you go through it.
Yeah, it's just a consistent thing.
But no, like what the whole point of this place as well is like when you lose water, you then start losing your health slowly. But it's balanced awfully so that you basically never need to go and get more water. Don't need to worry about it. See, here we are. So it'll change it to day, and then there we go, and then cutscene.
So this boss is called the Outbreaker that you'll see eventually. Probably now. He's okay. Casually, you probably just spam Tractor Beam as Rita and hope for the best. We don't really use Rita, so
なんだよこいつは
it's kind of just his whole thing is during the day. I don't remember like if it's opposite or not. Once, and during the day, I think he's immune against fire and weak against water, and then it flips when it's night, and he just kind of changes day and night. Later in the game, you fight two of them, and they're just the same thing. Jeff said, "What a strat."
He forgot the box at Jormungand. Oh.
No. It says, I forgot the box at Jormungand. Really? That secret mission was bad? Yeah, it was. Because you had to wait for the ball to come out, and then if you hit it at the wrong time, it's just like, yeah, it's going to go back in.
It's this one, and it was that one, and I think the Zagi on the ship that was like my least favorite secret mission to do as a kid.
Dude, Zagi on the ship is so easy. You just overlimit when he goes above you.
But this place is cool. We just skipped a talk to every character thing because we can. I think it's the last one.
I didn't know.
Did you not know that?
For a while I didn't, but I learned it later on. Dude, I saw someone do, I think Jaeger's secret mission on accident, and I was pissed. Because that secret mission sucks. That's the worst secret mission in the game.
Trying to think what my least favorite secret mission was to do as a kid.
It has to be Jaeger. There's no way it's not Jaeger. I guess Alexei is kind of stupid too because you have to have him use his Mystic Art 3 times. Otherwise it won't work.
I think it was either Alexei or it might have just been being patient around getting Flynn to use all his arts.
Or probably the fact that you had to use your own Mystic Art so he could use his Mystic Art, and if you didn't know that, then you were just kind of like standing there like, okay.
Can you do it now, please?
Can you do it? Like, can you finish this? Can you end me? Haven't I suffered enough?
So, character died.
Oh yeah, the character you only seen for 2 frames. Yeah, he's dead now. You didn't even kill him. He just kind of walked backwards into a pit of sand and died himself. So it's not really murder, which Flynn is talking to us about. He kind of just killed himself.
It's just more of like
coincident, like accidental death. I think there's a fee for that in schools, like if that happens. So we should be getting a lot of money soon. Granted that we're probably his only family, which is not true at all because he has a sister and a side quest.
So we're back in the Wiesent of Cardos.
Yeah. I don't know how they did Jaeger's secret mission on accident. I just don't understand.
Zaku が出てきやがって。俺もぼやぼやしてらんねえな。
I should have probably put Raven back in the party now.
Yeah, that free DLC thing sucks. I didn't even use the free DLC because I knew I would 100% the game anyway. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention you didn't have Raven in the party when you fought Outbreaker.
Yeah, I realised that when I fought Outbreaker. But it's fine because I just overlimit and Azure Stormed until it died. Which is, you know, viable strategy.
Yeah, definitely viable strategy for sure, 100%.
So we're about to skip, again, one of the best cutscenes in the game, especially in the English version. But, had some really good in-game foreshadowing, but it's not important now.
I like how the hardest title to get is the new Infora costume.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there. You have to beat the entire game to get all the titles to get this title. And for nothing. You complete it's the one where you complete the collector's book.
Yeah. There are so many side quests on this game that I bent over backwards to do on the 360 that I just got on the definitive edition. I was like, nah, I'm good.
I mean, there's no trophies in the Switch version, so it's not even worth it.
Yeah.
You just get the black bunny ears and you walk around and you realize no one else can see that you have the black bunny ears.
If they add, if they eventually, because there's continuous rumors with Nintendo, but if they eventually add trophies, then I'll maybe bother. But until then, nah.
Watch it not update, and I have to 100% the game, which I'm gonna do anyway. But
it's fine. Yeah, you can just speedrun it. It'll be all good.
Yeah. Imagine speedrunning a Tales of game for 100%.
Couldn't be me, Chief.
Well, it's gonna be me. So.
For some dumb incentive, I will do it with you.
No.
Need to put
anyway. Here we are back in the city of Nordopolica. Skyrim belongs to them, I guess. So we meet this the Duce of Nordopolica, which is basically just the ruler. They're not really human, and people kind of freak out a little bit. And you have the whole. You remember those guys we saw at Dyden Hole in the top left that I talked about? Yeah, they just kind of pull a Castlevania and they say, "Die, monster! You don't belong in this world." And yeah, here we are.
That's their whole shtick throughout the entire game.
Yeah, that's their entire arc. It's their whole character arc.
Also, this is arguably some of the best boss music in the game.
So Estelle memes up and tries to heal this Entelekea, by the way, is what they're called. They're monsters that aren't monsters. Because why not? And she is the insipid poison of this world, or something.
That must be purged.
There's some other story things that happen. The Don's grandson is here, and Raven is upset with him, so he takes him to jail for a day. And we just go to sleep because we don't really care.
Second act of this game is like bear time.
So we're basically just holding a dead body, and everyone wants the dead body. But we don't want to give it to them, so we just board our ship and leave.
Statements out of context that sound horrific but aren't wrong.
Yeah, pretty bad. Wow, I half expected you to accidentally talk to Harry.
I've done it before.
I'm not surprised. So now we have this dead body, and the person's dead body specifically requested that we bring it to this dude. And we have to go there anyway because this dude is the Don. And Don's grandson is with us, and we don't really want him with us because he kind of sucks.
He's a whiny kid. And we've already got one whiny kid. No, sorry, no, fair play. It's not that whiny. We've got one whiny kid as it is on this journey, so I kind of want to forego another one.
I mean, it all works out because on our taxes we can claim him as a dependent, but is it really worth it for the extra tax money? I don't think so. So we're gonna drop him off at home.
Yuri, 起きてください. Yuri.
So you can't actually skip this cutscene until she finishes being on screen with that one line, because game got a game, I guess.
Yeah, they didn't finish rendering in the graphics, so that's why it was. It wasn't supposed to be a wake-up effect. They just kind of messed it up, you know. So.
And they just thought, well, I'll leave it in.
I think someone died while you were asleep, so that happened. And someone else is gonna die soon.
And that'll suck.
It's the cutscene that people close their eyes for, but it doesn't matter because it fades to black anyway.
And you still hear it.
Yeah, you still hear it.
So now we're going to the first area everyone visits in the X dungeon.
確実に仕留める。覚悟しな。ちょいと派手にやりすぎたか？
So these guys are the same guys that we fought, just yellow now. They haven't changed clothes since we fought them last. And in retrospect, for us, it's not that much time. It's been an hour. But for them, it's been days. So.
ドン一人で無茶しすぎよ。
So, I've actually had my game crash in this area before.
What? Actually?
Yep. I've got it on stream clip somewhere. I'll find it for you. I opened the door I've just opened and my game crashed.
I've had my game crash once since I've owned it, and it was a strange set of circumstances. I had glue on my hands, and now I have records on my fingers, and there's a platypus controlling me underneath the table. I'm sorry for that.
No, it was worth it. It's fun. So now we're leaving the first area that everyone visits when they visit the X dungeon, and we're going to go back to town. What, on the in the Manor of the Wicked? At chat. The guy that just said he's had the same crash before. I'll post it in the chat after run.
Do you want me to just
You can go find it if you want, yeah.
Let me scour the internet.
Just go through my Twitch VODs. I think I named it something like... It was like one of my first runs, and it was when I was doing not proper speedrun rules and was just doing it for leaderboard.
You have so many clips.
I don't know if it's in clips or past broadcasts. It'll be there somewhere.
It might be in highlights. I'd say it'd be in highlights.
You can make it into a clip if you want.
It doesn't matter.
Oh. And then he forgot Carol. He's so forgettable.
Yikes, dog. The guy, you're gonna forget the guy whose arc is actually important in this set of circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just leave. Dude's heartbroken, but...
Yeah, it's details. Yeah, can we have a F in chat for Don Whitehorse?
Man, I cannot find this button. It's probably this one.
What you can 110% find to post after I've gone past it so I don't jinx it is the Tojo scene.
Guy?
Yeah. Have you already got that prepped?
I mean, it's in my eyesight.
Amazing.
Where did the game crash?
I think it was like my second run I posted, or second leaderboard run, so it'll probably be quite far back. It was like midway through last year or something. Wasted time there, but it's not the end of the world.
All of them do have New Game Plus, but for the most part, you only ever hear about New Game because New Game is where the good players play.
Yeah, New Game Plus is for easy mode scrubs.
Like us.
Yeah. But you can have some fun with New Game Plus. Like we're planning. Me and Halloweens have talked about a race that is going to be absolutely the worst, but I've also semi-planned a run category that uses NG Plus that is a little bit more fun.
So here's another section where you could use Dark Bottle, which he's not going to. Oh, wait. Is he going to do it?
I can't get it to work.
Okay, well.
Sometimes you gotta try and take the risk. If you're doing casual playthroughs, NG Plus in this series is really fun because of how grade works, especially I think in like Vesperia and Exilia, I guess, had good NG Plus as well. But let's have some proper. Oh, that was nice.
I also want to throw out that normally you would have Raven on defense. So he doesn't move around on his own. He forgot to do that. So we're wasting time. It's 3 fights that we could have avoided, but it's okay because we're up an hour. Shoutouts to
we'll
Vesperia
we'll waste time and do it casually because other people are better at this series than us. Well, me. I'm not going to throw Halloweens in with me. To be fair, how far am I off your Nan Tyson split at the moment?
I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna I gotta open my splits, dude. Feels bad. Oh, that's not my splits. We're reggy.
It's not bad.
仲間を傷つける奴は敵
Tidal wave grade farming in Vesperia was like the best part of my childhood. Now we get to everyone's favourite part of the Tales game. Talk to everyone.
Well, tidal wave doesn't happen unless he messes up.
Yeah, blah 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 tidal wave does not happen in this run unless there's like one instance where I can mess up and do it, basically. Right, I could open my coffee while I'm waiting for this unskippable cutscene.
So what he's doing now is setting up an IRL trap to where he would need to urinate later on in the run. And when he does... So I'm gonna explain the joke again. He is on at least 2 occasions that I know of.
I don't know. It's been every Vesperia speedrun I've ever done apart from this one.
Yeah, so
Not joking.
he's notorious for pausing the game, pausing the timer, and stepping away to go to the bathroom.
Normally at the same point in the game. Normally just at around where you fight in the Colosseum. I'll be like, right, no, quick pee break, guys. This is the remastered version. I say remastered. I don't think you can fairly call this remastered. It's the port that the port that they slightly upscaled.
The version that they decided to bring to America, so you wouldn't have to buy it for $40 online,
and they could make a profit on it legally.
See, that's why I'm glad the PS3 wasn't region locked.
Yeah,
because that would suck.
But no, to be fair, this port is quite good. Also, I suppose it does also add like actual good frame rates, so that's nice. Especially if you're playing on PC. Dungeons, no, not Relouise Hollow, Renazula Hollow.
Yeah, so we finally get introduced to the fast travel system because we got Babu.
The fast travel system, that fun fact, I didn't know existed until I joined the Tales of Speedrunning Discord.
And it's a little obscure, unless you're looking for it.
Well, if you spent your whole life on the Xbox 360 version, you will not, because you'd have already spent all your time looking for it.
Pretty much. So here's some build-up to a cutscene. I guess that was a cutscene. I retract that statement. There's a build-up to a sadder cutscene later on in the game. There it is.
This is the place I like to refer to as the game inn. Someone wanted to build a dungeon, but they still ran out of time, even though this was a definitive edition or a PS3 premium remake. But this feels like what would have been a really good dungeon that they just went, we'll just stick a couple of places in a cabinet, it'll do.
See, I don't know, because looking at it, it reminds me too much of Symphonia 2, so I'm glad it's short and sweet, so I can get out of here fast.
Is that it reminds you of Symphonia 2 in design, or because I'm currently dressed as Richter from Symphonia 2 as Judith?
Design.
Has that also not helped?
I didn't even realize, to be honest. I wasn't paying attention. Because in my runs, I waste time. So after I do the cutscene with Judith, I pause the game and switch back to Yuri on screen. It doesn't save any time at all.
No,
I just do it.
It's aesthetic.
Yeah.
Now we get to go to dungeon with one of my favorite bits of music in the whole game. If you visit here in like just a normal run, you will barely hear because they cut it out for like story music, like in a literal second. Well, in like 10. There you go. Now. Wow.
怖いもん知らずだわ。本気だ。
So that was a fight, I guess.
I attempted to switch to get it done faster, but then it had already switched it back because stick. And I decided to just leave it, is what happened there. But yeah, this place always makes me sad because you miss out on the really good music that's here.
Also, this is the area in the run where said party split happens and could easily be messed up. So
Oh, I'm actually going to prep for that now.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
I'd already got it planned in my head, but I was like, do you know what? I'm going to be safe here and do it here. So that now won't happen. And standalone should also now carry through into that, shouldn't it? Because...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's another enemy where you can use the dark bottle to skip. But, you know.
Why do that when you could just fight it and waste time?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Now we get to do what is probably going to be easiest bit of the run in terms of just mashing the A button.
If he dies here,
You would be so happy.
I mean, yeah, a little bit.
You'd be so happy. No, I would. Yeah, I would.
It only sucked a little bit, but, you know, it's all good laughs with the mates. So we're gonna fight enemies like 3 or 4 times because we can. And something about a story is going on, and they want us to stop doing what we're doing. We don't want to stop doing what we're doing though, so we're just gonna it really gets mad or something. and wants to quit, but we say, no, never give up on your dreams. And she doesn't quit and pulls through. Because why wouldn't she?
通すわけにはいかねえんだ
Oh, I've got a latte, not a caramel latte.
So he's throwing.
I also didn't make the normal mistake there.
Yeah, so if you press A immediately there to try and enter Miorzo, yeah.
You end up
You'll
not in
be in the
Miorzo.
water for...
Yeah.
You'll just be in the water wondering what happened to you.
This is the Switch version, because I play Nintendo games or PC games, and that's literally it at the moment.
So at this point of the game, Raven is sick of his character developing, and he just wants to go somewhere else. So he just leaves later on, in like a minute. So he just doesn't want to be here anymore. This place is kind of scary for him, you know, being inside of a giant Entelokea. He's not really used to this kind of...
Oh man. So, this is somewhere as a kid, you can, well, when I was playing this as a kid, I always thought, I've got to go and talk to everyone. But you don't. You just walk in and you walk straight back out.
Yeah, you don't really care what happened to them. You just kind of want to get on with the game.
Yeah. Why care about plot when you can just hit things? Wow.
I had a crash at a Namco Panda Isle. I went into my finished New Game Plus after the run and decided to practice a boss. So I went to go get chips. I walked out after I got the chips, and after I walked out of playing poker, my game was just like, yeah, you know, an error.
Also, did you just see on stream where I pressed Jormgen and it was like, now you can go to Mantake instead?
I didn't, but I wish I did.
Like, I double-checked and watched it on stream again. I'd pressed the right place. But it was just like, nah.
So now we're looking for the pink-haired chick for some reason, because she's kind of important to the story.
I guess.
You know, being the second character in our party, other than Repeat.
Do you know my main way to sell this game to people is to go, there's a playable ninja dog that smokes a pipe, and that has worked 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, but Noish is still better, not gonna lie.
No, Noish doesn't smoke a pipe. Noish is a good boy, though.
So, here's a dungeon where you kind of walk. Yeah, kind of like every other dungeon, except that this time you're walking in the same room over and over, and it's endless. And you just wish you could leave, but you can't, because you're stuck here forever. Because all the rooms are always the same. There's stairs in some of them, at least.
They try and give it a plot reason, where it's like they did this to make it feel more grand. But no, just developers being lazy.
It works, it's cool. It's a cool dungeon anyway, despite its criticisms. So here you're gonna go straight down and then go right a couple times until you see a white-haired guy again. He's not really important to the game at all whatsoever.
No value to him.
But he only has a sword that can make you emperor. For some reason, he has it.
It's probably explained in the side quest somewhere.
Yeah, who really cares about that though?
Nah.
This is a speedrun.
私の実力
So it'd be really cool if we had Raven in the party.
Yeah, but he's
I don't know
doing
where
his
he
own
went.
thing.
Yeah, he said he didn't want to be there. You know, it's time for other people's character to develop, and he does not want to be here for it.
No. His character development's pretty much done at this point, to be honest.
Yeah, we're gonna be introduced to a different character in this dungeon.
Yeah.
Who will oppose you, even though we've been introduced to him when we saw his legs for about a frame.
And you also see him like in like the background of the scene as someone's like, "I've got a job for you."
Yeah, I don't really know what that was about, but so we're coming up on that boss, that guy we're talking about. He's alright. Yeah, he's claimed to have never fallen into these pits, but I was kind of hoping he would just this once for the marathon.
Yeah, no, I was literally thinking the same thing. I was literally sat here like, wouldn't it be hilarious?
If the only time I've ever fallen into these pits was during the marathon, yeah. I just wish it happened.
So,
so he didn't take the safety save because he's reckless like that. But also he has repeat, so he doesn't really have much to worry about. When I play, I don't use repeat at all. Stupid and dumb.
but I did semi-safety strat there and decided to overlimit, so I don't give him time to, you know, strategize and use his strategy.
So, as Jep has told me, because I wouldn't know, in regular New Game, he's just as bad. Except worse. Because he kind of has... what is that skill called? I don't remember the name of it, but basically what it does is... It has it so... It's void attack, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
So, as you're attacking him, he can sometimes say, "Nah, that didn't hurt, mate," and just hit you and combo you into oblivion. Oh, also a rock killed him, so he's dead now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that sucks, man. Sean was a good character for a couple of seconds that he was there, but Raven's back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that whole thing. He said, "This is a cool battleship. I kind of want to board this," and now he's here.
So this place is the worst place on a blind run in the world. It is the worst dungeon you ever play in a blind run. Once you know it, it's actually quite easy.
I wholeheartedly disagree, but I'll give it to you.
I think it's more that I got so lost here and spent so long here on my original.
Yeah, so he's
playthrough.
projecting, so don't listen to him.
It's like my whole shtick.
What, projecting?
Yeah.
That's fair. Dude, I like this dungeon.
Oh no, like now I actually really rate this dungeon. It's really good. Just not back then.
They even give you a box puzzle where you forget to hit the switch and you go all the way around the dungeon and realize that you didn't hit the switch that he was actually just about to do. I saw him go for the door.
No, I wasn't going for the door. I was going around the enemy. But yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The enemy's down there, buddy. We don't really like being in this place, so we're gonna go back outside and just climb some more stairs.
I didn't choose the stair life. The stair life chose me. I actually did a really good strat then, where you run up and down the stairs. Saves no time, no RNG manipulation, just looks cool.
Swag strats for the marathon day. If Jeff was still watching, he'd be trembling.
Is he not watching anymore?
I don't know, he hasn't said anything in chat for a while. So the real strat here is to actually pull the box first, so you can quickly turn around, shoot the gate, and run back around. But we like wasting time because it's cool. I guess it doesn't really matter either way, but it does.
It matters in Jep's heart. So I'm going to try and get this in one cycle.
So he missed a cycle.
That might be the first time I think that's ever happened to me.
Oh wow! I just heard you make the noise. I didn't actually see, and now I saw. Wow, that's unfortunate, dude.
That was like what, like about 4 frames off of being perfect?
Yeah. Okay. Let's just use the word frames without actually knowing for sure. It's
Yeah.
Because we want to sound like we know what we're talking about.
yeah.
Nice, dude. Just nice. Yeah, there's not really anything to build up the pot here. He's gonna get in that encounter because he stood too close. It doesn't really save any time, but it looks cool. Definitely not a mistake.
Well, it's one of those things where I was like, I know it's going to happen, but I'm just going to let it happen because... Why? Because it's more I know the angle to fire at the box from that marking on the floor as opposed to doing it on the slight angle, so safety strats. So I don't have to wait another cycle.
He says safety strats despite wasting more time than just doing the angle. Good job. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Probably the first time you've ever heard that.
And the last. And most definitely the last.
I feel it. Feels bad, man. So we're gonna go break this last barrier. For some reason they wanted you to climb the entire ladder just to climb back down. To use a lift. To climb the ladder again. To break this last thing. They just kind of wanted to extend the playtime because they didn't really know what they were doing when they made this game.
Literally. I've watched some of the dev stuff from the definitive edition to back when they were announcing it, and like the new producer of the series actually kind of went hard into like some of the like remake programming stuff. They hard coded the voice lines into the cutscenes. I'm just gonna let that one sink in.
Yeah, that's right. You better use that holy bottle. So now we're gonna go fight the same guy again. Because we really like fighting him. He's our best friend and our pal for life. But this time,
If he falls, we'll catch him.
what?
You heard me.
So this time he's gonna poison himself midway through the fight because he just likes. I don't know actually, but we don't really want to see him again.
どこまで追いかけてくんだ
So we're just not going to. He gets shot out of a window by German man.
Last time we'll see him for the run.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Never gonna see him again.
No, never.
He's definitely dead. there was no Arc 3. The game ends after Alexa.
Yeah. As a kid, when I first played this through, I genuinely thought that was the case. Then Arc 3 started, and I was like, oh.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah. Oh, I just went the wrong way. Shocking absolutely no one. It's fine. Only wasted like 10 seconds.
The weapon that he's using as Yuri? Or... if you're talking about that, it's a Did you go...
Yeah.
Did you do what I think you did?
Yeah, I did exactly what you think I did.
Great. So there's a shortcut ladder down here that he almost forgot about.
I didn't forget about it, I just sort of muscle memoried, but...
Yeah, every single time. Every single time he gets into that room, he realizes, oh yeah, there's a ladder. And walks back. Yeah, so it's the Abyssion, it's the fell arm for Yuri. I probably said that wrong. I don't really know how to pronounce anything in this game, I just know how to play it.
Abyssion is how I pronounce it. Yeah, just give me the shock. That's what I need. Yeah. Or as you know, if we're wanting to sound really cool and edgy, it's Blazer Edge Abyssion.
So at this room, he likes to mess up, and he did not know that there is an exit all the way on the right side of this room.
No, I literally learned this like last run. So we probably saved like a minute in that.
Yeah, see, he used to walk all the way back throughout the entire dungeon. And do it that way.
It's because I always... So, in the... should have gone the other way around. In the 360 version, you could just leave by going out of that like literal hole in the side of the ship that we were just at. In this version, you can't do that. What you can do is this. So they moved it around, and I never realized.
Plot build up, or catch up, I guess.
Yeah, catch us up.
So, they use boats to push a big blasty guy to shoot somewhere else, and we completely demolished that first...
the demo dungeon.
I don't even know. Yeah, the demo dungeon. We destroyed that. It's gone. It's not gone. It's still there. So they use that as a distraction. And then we try flying towards Zaphius, where Alexei is holding Estelle. Who's Alexei, you might ask? I don't really know. We kind of skipped all the cutscenes. Just some guy.
He's like head of the military, I guess.
Yeah, something like that.
Some sort of job role he has, yeah.
It's somewhat important. I mean, and we're gonna be the first sacrifices of his new world.
Yeah.
Or at least he's gonna say that when we get to the dungeon that he does that in. But we're not going there yet. We have to go do the thing no one wants to do. And if he doesn't safety save here in a bit, we may as well just all go to sleep.
I'm debating, do I just not safety save and do it properly for me?
No, safety save. Please, for the love of God, safety save.
I'll safety save.
I do not trust you at all.
I wasn't going to safety save until I accidentally hit that save point earlier and did the save point cutscene.
Yeah, the whole thing.
So I was like, there's no point me not doing it now.
So we're going to go in this ice place because the place that we destroyed, Emmett Hill, it's radioactive and toxic and stuff. So we don't really care about that.
But we can go here, so we're going to walk across an ice floe, because that sounds safe.
And you would think, why don't you just fly here? Two things. You can't land on ice with Baul until you finish some Dragon Race minigame that we are not going to do at all. And two, Baul kind of just died. Like, he's Gonski's homie. Like, he ain't coming back for a minute. Because we got blasted at Zaphius. So the theme of this dungeon is walk an entire long path, cutscene, walk back.
Walk another long path. That's the wrong way.
Yeah, so we're just gonna do that a bit. Great job. Great job going there. Amazing. It's not like the cutscene showed you where to go. Just good job, man.
Some would say I've played this game for 200 hours and I should know the whole thing off by heart. I say I like to break expectations for being absolutely awful at things. So, if you want to see more of that, you should subscribe to my streams.
Subscribe to my stream.
Follows, whatever. Follow.
There it is.
Yeah.
So, Raven got water up his nose despite his face being completely protected. So I don't really know how that happened.
Also, this place has a whole... this place has just reminded me there's a whole lore thing we haven't even discussed with how actually deep this game's lore goes into, like how the universe works and stuff, and we just completely skipped that over, because who cares about that stuff?
Yeah, there's like an air... It's called an air crane. Air, air, but it's spelled with an E because they wanted it to be original. They didn't want to take real things and implement them into the game because that would just be stupid. So here's a save. That's gonna save us about how far are we into the run? That's gonna save us about 3 hours.
Yeah, if I screw this up.
So normally what would happen is you would fight this guy and kill him. But no one really wants to play as Carol. So just kind of run until the fight decides to end. You waste a lot of time by getting hit here because you like roll backwards and a cutscene plays with Carol being like, I gotta do it for my friends or something. And yeah.
This is a hot minute.
Yeah.
This might be the longest minute of my life.
It really do be like that out here on the street.
This cutscene's also not skippable, but this next one is.
I gotta do it.
I could have saved time there by adding Carol to my party before that, but
みんなで息合わせていこうぜ。こんだけいりゃ怖くないでしょ。確実に決めてこうぜ。
but that's
Those
the
can
end.
just, like,
That's the
go
boss done.
underground a lot. Oh wow! You actually didn't get completely unlucky.
Yeah, I didn't get the secret mission, which would have wasted about
Yeah.
20
Maybe.
seconds.
Not 20 seconds. Come on.
About 10.
Like 6. So yeah, we don't want to be here anymore, so we're just gonna leave.
But Carol's alive again.
Yeah, Carol's alive. He died for a second.
But we just sort of like threw a life bottle at him and he was fine.
Yeah, usual. Just gamers be gaming.
Back on the old group I used to chat to about Tales games, we always had the image of someone literally like taking a life bottle and just cracking it over someone's head, like how they birth ships, or like crown ships, and that's how they worked. So you just sort of smash someone over the head with a life bottle and they're alive.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
I thought they just it was like a truth serum, and you drink it. It's like the truth is this story can't go on without me being alive because I'm an important plot device.
Because
So they just
otherwise,
wake up.
they were never heard from again. I still think one of the best little things in this game is if you die to the final boss, he'll say it, not the last member of the party.
Oh yeah, Duke does say it. Oh wait, who's Duke?
No, he's Duke, yeah.
Yeah, who's Duke? I don't know. That's a white hair guy we saw for a minute.
To something I just saw in chat, I actually really I'm one of like maybe 4 people in the world that actually really rates Grace's F as a really like enjoyable game. Because I actually quite. Hey, at least I'm not one of the 2 people that would say Vesperia is the best. Nah, both games are pretty good, to be honest. They're just slightly different from the norm, but I actually quite like Grace's Death. Its extra plot stuff is really cool as well. And I think if it wasn't for the fact Vesperia, before Vesperia Definitive Edition came out and I could play the full game, Grace F was probably flatly my favourite Tales game. But then they fixed Vesperia.
So at this point in the game, let me backtrack. Yuri's poor. He lives in the poor part of town. Coming
Despite
here,
the fact we have currently 1 million gold,
and then we have all this drip from beating the 200-man melee.
We're poor.
So all his people are not here. It's only the rich people. This is where they evacuated from, the capital, and all his poor boys ain't here. So he's sad. He's a sad boy. He's trying to make it out. And he's just kind of tired of his party members, you know, like, it's just kind of annoying. Carol's kind of just on him all the time. So he decides to go on alone.
So we're now going to go and save the world ourselves. Which, to be fair, you could probably do in this game quite easily.
Which you're going to anyway, if you think about it, because we have standalone. But we decide right here, we're just going to take a mid-speed run nap. We've been playing for 3 hours, so, you know, we really just want to take a nice log sleep. But then our party members find us, and they're not too happy. Because Repeat led them to us. And Carol almost kills us in that cutscene that we skipped. So that's cool.
Is very offensive towards us.
Yeah, he calls us a big stupid idiot head, and it just really hurts our feelings, so we just let them back in our party and we continue on.
It's not the exact wording, but sure. But I don't think we could say the exact wording on the stream, so. So these are cutscenes that were added into the PS3 version because why not? But we skip them because, like every cutscene in this game, we just skip.
Yeah, they had a bunch of murderers. Those are actually what the enemies are called, murderers. And they're just a fight going on. And right there, if you sat through those cutscenes, that is like 6 or 7 minutes of your life.
Yeah. Which, if you're playing the game properly, are really interesting to the plot, but and has like a lot of value to it. But I've played this game enough to know the plot.
So while we were gone, it seemed like they started getting really into gardening, but one person got really out of control when they used the wrong type of water. So now we're here to figure out their gardening situation and hopefully harvest the crops before they all go bad.
But we don't care about that because we never really did well in gardening school, so.
Oh yeah, and also there's no plants in here because you know we're a quarter. Why would there be plants in here?
So we found all the poor people dossing in the palace.
Yeah, they're just here in the place they tell you about earlier with Curry. Just having a good meal, having a laugh with the boys. It's just a simple gardening mistake, nothing really too worrisome.
So now I have to walk into this room.
And then walk out.
Yeah, get a cutscene and then walk out to trigger the actual puzzle of this. And, okay, I don't really say puzzle. The extender of this dungeon. Because
walk to a place, shoot the thing, and walk to the place across the entire dungeon to shoot another thing, to walk all the way back to the other side of the dungeon to shoot a thing, to come back and shoot a thing.
I suppose if you're playing this game for the first time, it's technically a puzzle in that it's got a riddle to it you've got to figure out, but you probably need to be like in maybe grade school to not figure it out, so I'd hesitate to call it a puzzle.
So cool strat here is you can eye it down by the first step. Every single time you hit a first step, you can shoot and you'll hit it. You just walked up all steps and just shot, but that's cool. It's fine. It's not really a speedrun anyway, we're just kind of here. There it is. The first step strat.
I've still got a little bit of coffee left. I should have bought more coffee.
Should have had more next to you, actually.
No, I literally went out before this run and went and bought just cans of like Costa and Starbucks.
Why?
Because I wanted good coffee for this run.
Is it disappointing you yet?
No. Well, it's not the caramel latte, but so yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed.
It's not what I wanted, but I mean, I guess it'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah, the riddle isn't hard to figure out. It's the fact that you have to walk the entire map every time to figure it out. And if you mess up, you have to obviously start from the beginning.
So that's it done though. I finished it.
So now we just have to go back to the room where we had the first initial cutscene and climb the stairway to heaven. But as you're going to find out soon, it's not really heaven. It's kind of the opposite. Well, I guess it is heaven because you got to beat up the arguably most annoying character in the game. That's right. I said it.
Ooh. Controversial opinion hours with Halloweens.
We've hit it.
I don't know. I quite like Estelle.
When I was a kid playing this game, 2008, I hated her guts.
Okay, counterpoint. Did you hate her or did you just hate her voice?
I just don't like the whole damsel thing, like, in general. That's just a
Oh man,
boring,
you must have really hated Symphonia.
Symphonia 2? Yeah.
No, I was gonna say it's the main Symphonia, because like Colette spends like half the game not in the party.
Oh yeah, I do not like Colette, and that's a hot topic, and I did not want to get into that because everyone's gonna shoot me, dude. I'm gonna have.
I hope you've got your DMs closed like everywhere, because you're gonna have some hot regrets coming your way. So now we're gonna go and try and fight arguably the main villain of the story, but he's just gonna throw the heroine at us to fight instead.
Yeah, because he has somewhere else to go. He doesn't really want to be here. He's just here. He was opening up something. Some place. Not really important to the story at all. The place he was opening.
I arguably wasted a couple of frames there, but
He said frames. So here, he's going to use an item. So her shield is gone. Oh wait, wrong run. Yeah, so in regular new game, you would actually have to do the
secret mission.
At least, yeah, you'd have to, yeah, the secret mission where you have to sleep in Mentake and get an item to use so her shields go away.
In our
At least I think that they still do that.
In our planned race, I'll probably do that for secret mission.
Oh yeah, because it's easy. You use an item and get the secret mission.
Yeah. Same with Cursed Wanderer 1 as well.
Dude. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so now we get to everyone's favorite part of the game, talking to the party.
Oh yeah, and they're really spread out here. especially since the addition of Patty.
Same thing.
Yeah, she's just in the entrance, and yeah, I guess it's not really that far off because the guy you talk to sleep is literally the next room over.
I always
But
do
I
her
always
last.
And I always forget about Judith.
I've done that on multiple runs and got to go back and talk to Judith. What were you gonna say before I was like being Mimi?
I was gonna be Mimi and talk about the coffee not being hot or cold.
Oh.
It's just coffee.
This is actually cold coffee. Just to ruin the joke utterly. I got just cans of iced lattes to drink while I'm
Thanks for making sure that I never have a good moment in my life. I really appreciate it.
Hey, you're here to ruin my time. I'm here to ruin your time.
So I don't even know if you could skip picking up his stuff.
You can.
You just kind of like, he's just sleeping and you just rob him of his items for no particular reason. It's a really bad spot for those to be.
Yeah, you've got like the option of like talking to him and getting the items, and you can spend your time trying to be precise as hell and try and just talk to him, but it's not worth it.
Yeah, you just pick up the items and we don't really use them anyway. I mean, the Moon Guard is actually okay when you're playing casually at this point of the game. But
I can imagine casual players probably like love that bit. So we've just stopped talking to Chopin, and we're gonna go and talk to the party.
Duke isn't even a real character. He's a figment of your imagination.
He's the friends that were inside us all along. So this is the point in normal runs where you'd go and unlock like 2 really cool side quests. But we're not going to do that because, you know, speedrun. But when I finally start running, what's it called? Radiant Ring 1 run, I'll actually do that.
Did you never do the second EX dungeon?
What do you mean?
Because in that menu you can just fast travel to the second EX dungeon because it's at the very bottom. So it's really easy to find instead of going all the way to Saudi.
Oh, I just realized you can do that.
Yeah. So I'm helping him out. Yeah, we're getting closer. I'm gonna help him beat my time.
It's also just one of those things that honestly I just hadn't really clicked in my head. So this dungeon's actually arguably pretty cool. I actually quite like this dungeon. It's got some... In this game's sort of, like, tier, it's got some far better mechanics.
The gimmick is swimming.
Yeah.
That's it. Just the gimmick is swimming.
The gimmick is swimming, but there is, like, it sort of has a little bit more fun to it than tapping gears.
I really like Carol at this part because he does the frog swimming technique. You know, where he spreads your legs out and the kick. I think I remember that.
If chat demand it enough between now and the next segment, I'll swap to Carol as a character on the screen.
If you're gonna do anything, it should have been repeat, but you don't have the other flag. For some reason, you have to have a completely separate item to be able to have repeat on screen. Just because PS3 only is in that 360, you couldn't do that.
悲しいですがエターニティフレンドなんて無理ですそれこそファンタジーってもんですよ
Here's a German guy who absolutely decimated our runner here.
I got real unlucky then.
So he's just gonna show off that he has a glowy thing in his chest. We kind of skipped all the cutscenes, so I don't really know what that is. At least this run, I don't know what that is.
Something of minor value to his life, I'm sure.
Oh, and now he's dead. Like, actually dead. And he says, Ja, these sleeves are empty. This is it. and just dies.
So that was fun.
Yeah. We just killed someone. Yeah, murder.
Should we do it again?
Yeah, actually, I'm thinking that's a good idea.
Okay, I'll just get to the next guy and we'll kill him too.
Yeah. 2 puzzles from now, we're gonna kill somebody else.
We're kind of at that point in the game where Yuri just stops caring, so we just start killing people.
It's like, oh, nothing's getting done.
May
The
as well.
guy from cutscene.
Yeah,
No one has ever seen.
This is actually the first time in the game Yuri starts killing people. Not at all before.
Yeah, 100%. Never killed anyone before.
There was actually in that cutscene you skip, Yuri has like a 10-minute monologue about how he's never killed anyone, and it's just like arguably the worst thing he's ever done. Also in my memory he has red hair then. Also, Jesus, that was horrific.
Oh, yeah. See, okay, so that part is really scary because if you're not standing on the left part when you shoot that, you just go all the way down and you have to do the puzzle again.
Yeah.
And, yeah, why would he ever want to do that? Unless you really like that same one puzzle that you want to keep doing it.
There's actually a great skit in this part of the dungeon where the characters are just kind of start complaining about dungeon puzzles, and I always really enjoy that. Okay, I genuinely had a full brain fart and forgotten, so can you remind me which item box it is I need to go for in a second? Because my gut says it's the one...
the closest one.
Is it the closest one? Okay.
If I'm probably forgetting now, because now you've made me self-conscious, because now I don't even remember.
See, my gut says the one at the back, so... We'll find out now.
Jab.
Jab!
Just go for jab. I haven't run
Okay, you were right.
Once. You had me second guessing, man.
死ぬ気で頑張れって。うっし。
Alright, good
So-
job. I'm not going top and getting caught by this guy.
So how do you feel about wasting your, I suppose this is your Sunday daytime. This is my Sunday evening I'm wasting.
This ain't that bad. I once played Desert Bus back to back. Completed both times, back to back.
To be fair, I want people to remember that every single time I play this game on stream and do awfully, this in my head is still a trillion times better than loading up Symphonia 2.
Fair. I've also sat in a call while someone was playing Desert Bus. He got about 3 hours in and quit.
That sounds horrific.
I have a really interesting amount of experiences with Desert Bus. I should probably stop caring about it.
It's like how I have a weird nostalgic MMO love for Toontown.
Dude, Thrown Pies, nuts.
It was such a good game. A couple of years ago, I started playing Rewritten with some friends, and if you thought I was bad at this game, boy howdy, I made some mistakes back then and got yelled at by my party. But it was good fun. And what I really love about that game especially is it's an MMO, but isn't it's not like just every other MMO. It's actually got some unique gameplay to it from an MMO. There needs to be more turn-based MMOs, is basically what I concluded my experience replaying that with, because turn-based MMOs are a really underrated experience.
Back to the game for a second. You probably saw in that other room that we were in, that big enemy that was just a reskin of another enemy that we fought earlier. Except it's harder than the other enemy because he's green now. If you remember the Vesperia run where they were fighting that crystal guy, They're doing all bosses. It's basically the same concept. There's just a bunch of those big monsters around that you can kill if you want to. That are considered bosses, but not really. Oh, also we found the thing that Pirate Chick was looking for the whole time. It's called the Mare Stella. No one really cares about that though. It's only kind of important to opening second DX dungeon.
あんた
僕が与える
お前の
てめえどうあったんだ
よ
Oh yeah, and this guy is the boss sometimes.
リタ
So now I get to do my favourite bit of the game, which is pressing the D button for an extended period of time.
Yes. Rita boy.
How careless.
そう
世界は生まれ変わる
This world shall be. I agree.
Do not interfere.
Yeah, I love his voice. It's a shame because we have to kill him.
Like that.
道具の分際で主に歯向かうこの
Except
辺
we
で
didn't
勘
actually
弁し
kill
とい
him.
てやる後始末は
He
帝
just
国
kind
が
of
やる
dies
だ
in a
ろう
cutscene because he feels like dying in a cutscene. Imagine dying because a giant green rock fell on you. Couldn't be me.
There was a show on in the UK, I don't know if it ever made it to the US, called Horrible... It was like a redo of the Horrible Histories books. And there was a segment in it called Stupid Deaths.
Actually, I think there's something similar. It's called 1,000 Ways to Die.
Yeah, they always had this song and it was like, stupid deaths, it's funny because they're true. And that's always what makes me think he'd end up in that scene. So,
So we got shanked.
yeah.
We got shanked and fell into the ocean.
By, like, actually arguably the most annoying character in the whole game as well.
Yeah.
I genuinely, like, can't think of a more annoying character.
Because that's another damsel kind of thing going on there. Except not damsel because she's angry all the time.
And, again, someone who would have made a great boss fight, but they never put it in the game. Also someone you'll never meet.
Yeah, also someone that you'll never meet.
Yeah, there's other characters you'll have never met. So that whole entourage, never met.
And they're actually an amazing trio. Those guys, they are the best. Yeah, Sodium, because she's salty. That was awful. Please someone appreciate that.
Okay, you joke. I genuinely feel like that might have been the joke back in, like, 2008 when salty wasn't even a thing.
Probably. Vesperia started the word salty. You heard it here first, folks.
Do you know my greatest gripe with this game's, like, dialogue now I think about it? So there's a bit, you know when we fight Batojo?
Yeah.
You know the whole game setting is, like, high fantasy and stuff, or, like, technological fantasy. There's a bit where Yuri goes, sorry we're late, traffic was awful. And it just completely pulls me out, because it's like, well, that's a very 2008 joke for a game that wouldn't have had that joke. Because
they don't have cars.
They don't have cars or traffic. It's actually horrific. So it's actually slightly faster way into town than going.
Oh yeah, we're in Arc 3 now, by the way.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Where most, actually, a good handful of people that I know stopped playing after Arc 2. Because once Alexei was gone, it was just like, well, that was the only antagonist that I cared about in the entire game. Because you don't really get an introduction to Duke.
Unless you're doing side quests.
Unless you're doing side quests. So if you're playing this blind and casual, this is the first time you're meeting him, other than seeing him once in Nordopolica.
Oh, and there's like a couple of cutscenes he shows up in.
Oh yeah, well, in Faction, where he gives you the sword to begin with,
and
also when he saves you and takes his sword back because he doesn't like you.
Cave Mock too.
Oh yeah, I mean, you see him, but you don't really meet him. He's kind of anti-hero until he decides, I don't really like humans, actually. You know, they kind of suck. And he just wants us dead. Despite being a human. So this
But
is
it's
one of
fine.
those parts.
The plot writers realised that and wrote this whole backstory for him about a character we never meet.
Oh yeah, he has a dead friend, which isn't a Telekea, by the way. Yeah, the first place you can see him is Hold up top, just looking upon, and he's just like being weird, being him.
I was actually tempted to add that whole side quest to our race because plot, and then I realised it contributed nothing to speed, so I was like, yeah, fuck it. Oh, I mean, yeah, don't do it.
Yeah, no, it's completely worthless other than here's cutscenes to help you learn about a guy that doesn't matter. Because you get nothing from the line of cutscenes. So here's the minigame that called me a baby. See if it happens. So basically, you just press buttons as it reaches the circle, and you're doing amazing. Just want to say.
I don't think it actually matters how fast you do it, does it? Because it like ends after a certain point anyway, doesn't it?
If you fail, you game over though.
Do you actually? That's hilarious.
Yes. You didn't know that?
No, because I've never failed at it.
Because you die. You didn't like it's part of the plot. You die. You literally die.
I've never done that.
Yeah, you can die in this minigame.
Okay.
The minigame that it shows you this minigame once in your entire life, and this is it. It never comes back up again.
Even though there's like
game over.
There's like 3 other points where it would have been really good to just make it harder and harder as it went on as like a really cool little thing. But they were like, nah, you played it once.
Yeah, no, you can die right there. And you were just like casually letting things slide, and I'm just like, dude, if you game over right here, and this is the first time you learn about this.
No, it genuinely would have been.
Oh, now you know not to do that.
No, I know to take that semi-seriously.
No, that minigame has been in the game since 360. It's just very forgettable because you only do it once. So now we fight Outbreaker again, but this time he brought his cousin, Outbreaker 2, Electric Boo-Boo, and he does not have anything. Like, he does not want anything to do with us. So we're just gonna kill him and his cousin.
And I've got to put Raven in the party. Happens on occasion.
Yeah, so yeah, you can game over there. You're welcome for the
You've just taught like hundreds of people like that because no one has actually ever been that bad except for nearly me then.
Yeah. And I think I don't remember how I know it. I know I did it once though. I just know I did it once. I think I was like, I don't want to play this stupid rhythm minigame, dude. I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter. Does it actually have like a cutscene there?
Not for dying there, but the cutscene states like they're saying in here, lore-wise, you're using your life force to reconstruct the air, so you can like form.
Which would be a great argument.
Spirit.
Okay, this is a genuine like both joy and complaint with this game in that there are some areas where like the lore and the gameplay like absolutely sync up, and then there are other areas where they just don't make sense. I'm gonna just fly over there because I feel like he'll be close enough. Yeah, because he's like that.
Oh yeah, Pharaoh. I completely forgot what part of the game we're on, to be honest. Mark 3 isn't memorable, especially when I'm not playing right now.
So this is where you can see that I have not unlocked the X dungeon.
Yeah, because there's no Jorgen thing. So, thing about this, we're just kind of going around killing them, or well, letting them die. We're not killing them yet. There's 2 of them that we're gonna kill because we feel like killing them. solely that we feel like killing them. But right now we're just trying to get spirits or something because they ran out of ideas for the plot device. I said plot device like 40 times. I swear to God, I've said that so many times today.
You have said it quite a bit. I should have. If we were doing this on my stream, I would have a counter up for that by now.
A counter for plot device.
Almost similar to my screw up counter that I've now actually updated because you know my So for people who aren't in my DMs on Discord, my Stream Deck died earlier today. I say died, I deleted the profile for it by accident. So I was quite upset, so I rebuilt it, but that just gave me the opportunity to actually turn around and be like, I should set this up properly, so I now actually have the screw up counter like on my Stream Deck.
Someone said spirits. Did I say that? Because I actually do that. I do that sometimes. I say my R's and W's. I have like some kind of speech impediment. So if I said that, that is a meme.
So
I haven't done that in a while.
So this place has arguably the best casual combat music in the whole game that we don't hear because we don't talk to a single enemy because they're all movable. And it's a bit out of place that this place just has its own combat music, but it's cool.
Funny thing about this, about Arc 3, is it is the longest arc if you're doing side quests.
Yeah.
But it's the shortest if you're not.
Takes like half an hour of your life.
Yeah, like normally it would just take half an hour of your life if you're not doing side quests. If you're doing side quests, you're going to be here your whole life.
So can you remind me before we get to Eloise Hollow to add Raven to my party? Actually, I'm just going to do it now.
Yeah, just do that now after we fight the same boss that we had fought earlier.
I'm also going to Panacea Bottle Yuri. There we go. So yeah, we have 3 spirits now. Vodka, whiskey, and tequila.
Ha, alcohol jokes. So here's the thing about this. If you were to have done the other dungeon where you get Sylph first, you would have a quick exit after that boss.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, so I've learnt 2 things here.
So, there you go.
So
Also-
I've learnt 2 things here. Do you know what the 2 things are I've learnt?
That you can die.
No. I've learnt 2 different things about this part of the game. Number 1 is that, if you do Sylph's Dungeon first, you can get the quick exit there. Number 2 is that you can do Sylph's Dungeon first.
You don't know?
Nope, I've always done it this order because I just thought that that's how you did it.
Yeah, I've always done it the opposite order.
Huh.
Like, even playing casually, I've always done it the opposite order.
I always did it the other way around because I was like, it just sort of makes sense, I guess.
I probably should have said something before you came here, but I didn't. Also, at this point of the game, after you beat that boss, it's Yuri's birthday. Every single time, consistently, it's Yuri's birthday after you beat that boss.
You could have done every single side quest, taken like triple the time. Yuri's birthday.
Yep, Yuri's birthday. After you beat that boss. Or at least every single time I played the game. I don't know if you... I don't know.
Oh
if
no,
it's
I've had the exact same thing.
Yeah, but I don't know if... Oh yeah, you do? At this part. Okay, so it's just Crystal Lands that it's his birthday for no reason. That's cool. So here's a dungeon I hate.
Here's a dungeon I also actually hate that we're going to have to visit. I'm going to have to now start visiting twice on my new category I want to start.
The dungeon itself isn't bad if you memorize the paths. It's just the enemies here just kind of are in the way a lot. And if you try and Dark Bottle, enemies across the map will move as well. And you would have to Dark Bottle again. So I just kind of take this dungeon to the chin.
Yeah.
And just fight the 1 or 2 fights that you have to.
You get to hear the cool battle music, so it kind of... The fact that this place doesn't have its own special feed bothers me, I'm going to be honest.
You don't like having no sound?
No, I mean like combat theme. Like the fact this game just uses the generic combat theme, but Eloise gets its own one.
The NPCs at work who are desperately waiting for you to kill that boss like a Saturday. Good.
無茶させてもらうわ
So once you get to this boss, we're gonna get an accidental secret mission because it's pretty much unavoidable.
Yeah.
If you somehow don't get it, you would have to be extremely lucky, or you would have had to wait for it to not happen, which would just waste time anyway. Easiest person to use combo wise is Yuri, because all you have to do is Dragon Swarm, Shining Dragon Swarm, Dragon Swarm. That's your whole life. You could just keep spamming that and never drop a combo.
Ooh, that was nice. You'll get that.
Shining Fang drop. What was nice?
You should see it, or have seen it. An enemy turned at the perfect time so I didn't get collision locked.
The collision stays the same every time you meet. Got him. With facts and knowledge. So yeah, here's a secret mission where you're gonna see Chroma fall and just be like, good, and get back up. And it's kind of awkward because you don't really understand the context.
Yeah, unavoidable.
And it's mainly because Azure Heavens that does that.
Such bad luck.
You've gotten a lot of
like really bad luck with ailments.
Yeah. I've never gotten ailments like ever. And also, when you're out of fights and menus, it's faster. Oh, I guess it's not faster. I guess it's personal preference if you want to use Panacea bottles. But I just go to Estelle and use Recover.
If you've got the 99, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it just really depends on your muscle memory. I'm used to just going straight for Estelle's Recover. Flynn is definitely fun to play in this game. He's like Guy and from Abyss, except with like both Luke and Guy, just mixed. Estelle is not fun at all to play. You have to be very technical with Estelle. You have to do the extra combo thing where you have to press the buttons at the right time. If you play Estelle, you're probably really good at the game, and I wish I was you, because I'm not. Repeat is actually extremely strong, and that's not even counting Gale Dog. Despite Gale Dog being completely broken, he's just kind of completely broken too.
So there's a fun strat you can do there where you press no and then just have to keep walking that horrific dungeon for longer. Doesn't save any time.
Yeah, it's a really nice strat if you feel like... I actually think I did that once on accident.
Oh, I've done it on casual before. I always like panic about it now though.
So at this point of the game, if you're on Baul and move any more for like, if you move too long on Baul at this point, a cutscene will play. So we're just never gonna want to do that because we don't want that cutscene.
No.
You can skip it, but
like that wastes time. Why would I be sat here wasting time when I can just waste time and be silly?
Because Baul just sits there and he's like, all my friends are dead. And he's just very sad because he doesn't want to become a spirit either.
And then the spirits come up to him and are like, it's not so bad, we've got tacos. And he's like,
yeah,
that sounds
mate,
pretty good.
It's not so bad, mate. It's just, we're chilling, man.
And then he's like, actually, yeah, it sounds like a nice life. No, they just got to him. They're like, you don't have to drag 9 morons around the world. And he's like, actually, that sounds like a pretty good life.
So here's if you thought the whole Schwan Raven thing was sad when you played 360, you don't know what's coming, man. You don't know what's coming. This is real depression hours. And I think nice Poppy just came online playing Pokemon Home.
Yeah. Shouts to Poppy. He's a good egg. I was with him at the Splatoon LAN yesterday, and he was, for the first time seeing him in a while, he wasn't drunk, which was quite great.
But after this boss, after everyone's sleeping, and they're all good rested and wake up, that's the cutscene that really made me hate Rita. Like Rita used to be my favorite character, and this good morning, crybaby. Nope, hate you. Too far, man. We don't do that.
一体こいつは何者だ
So this is Cypher. Yeah. He's dead. But he's a ghost.
So it's fun.
Pattygate just kind of shoots him, just domes him. And he gives you his gun and the other part of the Maristella, which is the Mariscatma.
So you can access the
Second extender.
So I just did an interesting strat there where I forgot I had to go visit a cutscene, so I got an extra cutscene.
Pro strats.
We're playing this on NG plus normal.
I'd like to throw out that I'm not playing. I'm not responsible for this gameplay. I do not want to be held accountable for this speedrun. I'm a bystander who was asked to commentate very poorly.
Technically, if we wanted like good content, it should absolutely be the other way around.
Yeah.
But we're not about good content. We're about memes.
Because then you would be able to actually talk, because I don't really focus at all when I play this game. You focus heavily.
Yeah.
I don't remember right, but I think you can walk in front of the people and they'll stop moving. I don't remember. I think
they will. They will.
They just stop moving, right? All right.
Yeah.
I was hoping I remember that right. That's funny.
So that section was also not in the PS3 version. That's what it's called. Or like, sorry, no, it wasn't in the 360 version.
Dude, alright, you scared me a little bit. So those enemies that you see running out to him, those pink green ones, they can use Stone Slash, and what that is basically you lose the game. He didn't bring a Stone Charm, so he just has to rely on killing them fast enough, which he did, but they were getting ridiculously close, and I was not having it. That was not a good time to watch.
The amount of times I've been stone killed in the Colosseum is unreal.
Yeah, so Deus's Blast you get from what is it? Is it just 200 man melee?
Yeah.
Because you get Deus's Cape, and it just changes destruction field if you have it equipped. So we gotta go get the leaders of the world to gather at this weird random spot that's just grass.
At the moment.
But it's not gonna be grass. Yeah. We spend like 2 minutes getting these people, and within 2 minutes they have built half a city.
So fun fact, we just, for like a single frame that was on screen, there was a cat in the background of this place that I spent genuinely 2 hours as a kid trying to work out how to get to. You can't get to it.
There's actually a lot of those cats in the game.
Yeah, it's actually really sad.
Like, there's no reason for those cats to be there, but they're just cats everywhere in this game, just out of bounds. And you cannot pet the kitty.
which, again, I haven't been able to do it for a while because she's not coming in my room. Is really sad for me because I do have cat cam on my stream occasionally, which is when my cat comes and stays in my room. So, but what I really love about the cat in the background as well is they actually bothered to fully animate it with like multiple animations. Like they put effort into that cat that you can't go and pet.
Yeah, they knew that everyone would sit there and stare at it for at least 2 hours. I didn't because I'm cold-hearted, but you know.
If you've got cat cam, you probably want to pet the cat.
So since we killed the leader of this place, we're just gonna get Matt, the new Duce, and he's infinitely more better. I'm gonna say more better because that's a good phrasing.
Yeah.
Despite it being not at all. Good talk. So we're gonna go back to to that place. It's called Guardian.
It's now a fully built town.
Yeah, we haven't named it yet, but Estelle's gonna give it a really stupid name, and it just reminds me of Barney for no reason. Arnie and Barney. I don't know.
I can see that.
Yeah.
But first of all, we've got to fight Halloweens. So.
Oh, okay, because I'm the rival. I get it.
Yeah, you're the Yuri to my. Sorry, you're the Flynn to my Yuri.
Wouldn't I be the Yuri because I win?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Got him. Or no, I'm ahead of you now, and you're just more dedicated than me.
Although, Jesus Christ, like I'm not hitting. So what's a fun glitch in that boss fight is the background music to this town will keep playing even when you enter the combat, because someone forgot to add a stop sound line.
I'd also like to throw out that I don't know why at all you're using Shining Dragon Swarm, but I appreciate you.
Thank you.
So we're just gonna sleep.
Yeah, we're just gonna do a lot of sleeping now, a lot of talking, a lot of sleeping.
They say the final battle is tomorrow or something, but if you were really playing this game the way it's supposed to, you'd be doing side quests for the next 40 days.
That's fine. So we're gonna now. There it is. So we're now gonna start the final dungeon.
Yeah, and now we're stuck with every single person in the game in our party, unless we go to Zaphius for a cutscene, where Judith decides I'm gonna go destroy a Blastia. See ya. I said Blastia instead of Blastia. That probably triggered something.
Triggered
me. Yeah, I'm the one who said it, and I'm pissed. I'm mad. So, playing this casually, you can just help Aspio instead of finding. Yeah. Thanks, Jeff. Playing this dungeon casually, you probably walk around and wonder, where am I supposed to go? Yeah, it's a lot simpler than you think. You just kind of run up these right stairs and go all the way towards the screen. And yeah.
What I really appreciate now is just thinking about it. Jep hasn't said anything for like a good hour, and then he's like, oh wait, I can correct him.
It's about time that I've been correcting you all day.
But yeah, no, this dungeon actually has a very simplistic layout to remember. It's actually a really okay dungeon. It only has one room I can't stand. The rest of it's pretty easy. Even like the last room I don't dislike. It's not horrendous.
But yeah, sleeping is a very good way to advance the plot. It's the only way to advance the plot in this game other than asking everyone if they're leaving and just no one leaving. Yeah, this dungeon is interesting because it almost feels like, I don't know how to put it in ways that someone can understand. I'll bring two examples: Black Ops 3 Revelations, the zombies map, and Smash Ultimate, where it's just a bunch of garbage just piled up in one map.
Yeah, it's literally just like someone was told, make the final dungeon. Okay, what's my references? What am I gonna go on?
Just everything.
Yes.
everything. Just put everything, dude. We have these stock assets from Unity. I just throw them in there, just somewhere. I don't care.
It'll be fine.
Just put them there.
So there's enemies here, but you don't actually need to holy bottle because they'll never come near you. So this is the worst room in the whole dungeon.
I disagree. I love this room.
Why would you ever like this room?
You get to push balls. It's more action you get in this dungeon than the rest of it.
It's the most action a Tales fan's ever got. Sorry. I just burnt the whole chat, including myself.
I'd be upset if it weren't true. The worst room is the last room before the boss.
I actually don't mind that room. Apart from like a couple of fights you have to do.
Yeah, you don't smell very good. Just want to let you know. You just smell bad. How? How do you not? All right.
What?
I can't take your opinion seriously anymore.
What did I say? Oh, what, that room?
Don't mind the last room?
Yeah, it's got like a room.
So the entire thing about this, you just kind of push it towards the ramp. And it'll always work. Except for the last one, you push straight down.
Which is this one here. So I once thought that the third one was closer, so I tried to like strap the third one last until I realized it's not.
Oh, to the door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's by where the warp would be, so... Like, in my head, yeah.
Yeah, that's the confusing part about that area, is there's a lot of places that you think you can walk, and then you try and walk there, and it's like, yeah, mate, there's just a rock. Sorry. Just walk around. You went for the save point? Good job. You didn't even touch it. You should have touched it at that point. It would have refilled your health.
Yeah, I just went the wrong way, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, go back. No, I'm kidding.
If I'm going to do it wrong, I should do it properly.
So we're going to kill a guy.
Yeah, if we've already killed 2, we may as well kill 1 more.
Yeah, you know? We thought this guy was dead. He decided, you know what? I'm just going to become more robotic. And kind of ran out of what it was, mini bosses. So we're just going to throw this guy back in. And then they say no one really understood him. Yuri doesn't care about something this crazy. I don't really care either. Yeah. He let his hair down though, because of the water that we shot him in.
So he just looks like 110% more emo.
And his voice is just like, he becomes the Terminator. Except without the cool voice.
Is Gedrift still around for time? I know we're about 10 minutes off, but I just thought I'd double check. I know he's in chat, but I don't know if he's... Okay, cool. Just double checking.
He said 10 minutes off. Buddy, we're about 15.
I'm always here. Always.
Just spent the last 3 hours of your life listening to me and Halloween's.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I just have to apologize to you and to everyone that...
Oh no, I definitely wasn't doing this whole time like playing with my puppy.
No, it's fair. It's
Yeah,
fair. I rate that choice.
Yeah, that's a better choice than listening to incoherent ramblings about a video game that we barely know.
The puppy was here listening as well.
Oh, okay. Did the puppy enjoy it?
Oh.
Yes, I think you understood what was going on. For a beagle, he's somehow smart.
No, beagles are quite smart.
Now he understands the entire plot.
A lot of my friends would beg to differ.
What is quite hilarious is looking at time, I might actually beat my PB.
Oh, don't worry, we just add the whole reset into it, and then you don't beat your PP. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Cool.
Man, that reset was
hilarious.
Dude, I've been saying this since day one. This is train wreck %, and you just made it come true, like within the first 5 seconds.
Could you tell I was...
didn't even start yet.
Could you tell, like, at the beginning of the run I was nervous?
Yes.
Was that obvious? Was that obvious by the fact I skipped a whole thing in grade? Didn't double check it.
Also, the couple slips up that we're not going to talk about that you have done consistently.
I always have a screw up counter. It's fine.
See, I don't know why Jeff isn't commentating. He's the one who knows this whole game.
Because I can just about deal with you bullying me for 3.5 hours. I feel like I'd be on the floor crying if Jet was commentating this.
No, he's doing it to help you. I'm doing it to help you, but in a less constructive manner.
You're doing it to help yourself, really.
Yes, I'm here to break you down so I feel better about myself, because that's what bullying is about. Wait, hold on. Okay, never mind. I'm wrong.
What were you wrong about?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
What were you gonna say?
Because normally I go for the one in front of you first, and then go to the one on the left, but it doesn't really matter.
No. I have spent like a good hour of my life trying to work out the most optimal way to do this room, and what I figured out is does not matter.
I mean, going right first, because otherwise you'd have to go all the way right to open parts of the left.
Yeah.
But that's the only really thing that you can do.
Oh, and just doing the this bit in like a little bit optimally, so like doing that one immediately and then doing that left one only when you need to. Other than that, yeah. It's pretty easy.
Still don't like the room though, because normally right there, my holy bottle runs out and I have to fight someone.
Oh, see, I'm okay with that. Okay, so I suppose we're coming actually kind of up on time now, aren't we? Not like super coming up, but like getting closer.
Yeah, I mean, just calm down. It's okay.
Look, I want this embarrassment to be over. I'm joking. I'm not joking. I'm sort of joking. I've actually done, considering all the mess ups, I've actually done okay.
Yeah, all things considered, considering all your other runs, this is actually not that bad.
Yeah, this might still be PB if I can do this in like, what, 3 minutes, Wheel?
It's not gonna be safe to your slits.
Don't say that.
I realized I didn't even watch that.
Do you know what?
Okay?
It's proved to me that I can do it.
Okay, 327. Yeah, that's gonna be. Because your PB is like 48.
Yeah, so I've actually saved off a good 18 minutes, maybe, if that.
All you had to do was stop looking at chat. You still couldn't do that.
To simple Sarah in chat. Yeah, the Switch version basically has like dynamic frame set.
Who's Alexei? So we killed a white hair guy, and now we're gonna kill another white hair guy.
Yeah.
He's not actually dead yet.
Gedriff, how do you want to do time? Because we're actually coming up on that now.
You just tell me when to split.
Cool.
Remember that it's the
fake black, yeah. Wow, Yuri died.
I mean, you tell me when to split.
Yeah.
wow.
I'm getting... Jesus Christ, Duke. Chill out. Should not have been risky there. This is actually going horrendously, but you know what to do. There we go.
観念し
And
なデューク
time.
Distant applause.
3:29:28.
Oh, I'm happy with that.
すまぬ
Yeah, 18 minutes.
エルシフル約束
Wow, amazing.
守れそうにない
Oh, that was.
What
What
did you say? You said 4 hours it was gonna be?
Yeah, I've actually put in like an estimate of 4 hours.
だったのかもしれない
Yeah,
俺が言っても説得力
See,
にな
instead
る
of
けど
wasting an hour, we gave more time.
Yeah.
戦争で人の
Yeah, like that. Like all we
I'm
could
fine
do
with that. It means I can go to bed before midnight.
Yeah. I've also just like massively come up on your time handlings. I'm like 8 minutes off now. Yay.
エルシフルの望み
6 minutes? I have a
世界
321.
を守ること
Yeah, you're free 21.
生きとし生けるもの
Oh, no, I had the stream pause, that's why. Okay. Yeah, nah, we're good. You ain't getting that.
So, yeah.
Considering